Welcome to Turnabout Breakdown, an Ace Attorney recap podcast that isn't really a recap. We still haven't figured this out. We are about to finish Ace Attorney Investigations 2. And by about, I mean we'll be doing that in 2 weeks. We just started the last case.
Woo! Woo woo! Wow!
Yahoo!
Yahoo!
Yeah.
Yippee!
Oh yeah! Yippee! Yeah, that's the
Yippee.
one for it.
Yippee! I love when we start with a good energy.
Oh, I'm on coffee too, and this case.
It's a good thing I can't whistle, because I really just had a compulsion to, like, whistle just into that mic.
Yeah, please don't do that.
It's,
I feel like Discord would probably not pick it up, but I dread to think what that experience would be like for Jay in the editing booth.
Not good.
Not good.
I'm Jay. You can find me on the internet at JM Costello. I read a really good book this week. It's actually like a novella. It was very short. You could read the whole thing in probably half the time it will take you to listen to this podcast. It's called Reunion, and it's about two boys growing up in 1930s Germany. And boy, things go bad that you might be able to anticipate. And then a long time passes, and the title of the book is called Reunion, and the way that plays out is, my god. It's very, very good. I really enjoyed it. Also here with me is Devon.
Hi, my name's Devon. You can find me on the internet at algae_dust. Not the word underscore, the symbol. What do I recommend, gang?
Well, you were telling us something earlier about playlists.
Playlists. I can't remember if I said this last time because my memory at the moment is up the fucking wall. But I've been learning to DJ because I'm cool like that, and it's been a fun way to rethink about music and engage in music. And the best thing is I found out how to add something called a memory cue, which lets you like mark. It's like a bookmark for a track, so you know where you want to go. Like, and you can plan things in advance, and that's super fun. And as someone who gets scared about sharing my music with people, this is a journey of like, well, people are gonna just fucking listen to the music I like, and it's fine. And if they judge me for it, that's a them problem. Anyway, I'm having lots of fun, and fun things is fun. Do fun things. Is that my recommendation? I think that's.
I was gonna say that. Fuck.
No.
Well, I'm still fine. I was going to say do bad things that suck.
Oh, I mean.
Oh,
yeah,
that was my second thing. Fuck.
Oh, Hera, I'm so sorry.
You know what? Let's let Hera go next so that she can
Yeah.
recommend something.
She can recommend the secret third option.
Hi, I'm Hera. You can find me online at Hera Chimera. I recommend a TV show called City the Animation,
Oh.
Yeah.
because it's delightful.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can describe it. It's an ensemble comedy animated show about a city and all the people in it getting up to hijinks. I know at least two other people here have seen it, so if they could jump in and help me at any point, that would be great.
It's a sort of comedy skit animation that is in love with the medium of animation itself. So it's very, very beautiful and also very, very funny. And even though it's like, here are some wacky characters doing wacky things, it's also like, I will use this to tear your heart out. Have fun.
Yeah, there's some really heartfelt moments.
Yes. It does get extremely sentimental.
Who are your favourite characters?
I always forget her name. Who's the photographer lady?
It begins with a W.
Wako. Wako is my favorite character.
I like Naguma. It kind of feels like she's the main character, even though it's an ensemble.
Yeah, I agree.
But she's kind of a loser, and I love that for her.
Oh,
She dresses like Sans Undertale.
Oh.
Totally unrelated, but watch Nichiju.
Yeah, totally unrelated.
Which is an anime by the same, like an adaptation of the manga by the same manga artist, and it's done by the same animation studio. And I think I like it slightly better than City, and it has at least one loser in it.
Oh, I love losers.
And
that's
now
why
we're
we're
going to
here
talk
today,
about
playing Ace Attorney.
yeah, exactly.
And now you will understand why we're bringing such a weird energy to today's podcast.
And that's why we're introducing the fourth host of the podcast.
No!
No!
Oh dear. Hi, I'm Ro. My recommendation this episode, I'm torn between two things, gang. That's either the thing I mentioned earlier. I also think now would be a good time for me to recommend reading Kill 6 Billion Demons, which is a webcomic. Have I recommended KSBD before, Hera?
I don't think so, but I'm also the wrong person to ask.
Yeah, I guess Jay would know better if it had come up in a previous episode.
I don't believe you have, but I'm 100% sure you've recommended it to me personally.
I'll recommend that shit to everyone. Kill 6 Billion Demons is an extremely good webcomic about a woman who basically gets burdened with the power of the god of infinite universes and has to contend with, like, being hunted down by a cabal of crazy, scary demon monsters and angels and all sorts of nonsense. It's extremely creative, very well directed, has some extremely well written and beautifully designed characters. My personal favorite is White Chain, who is an angel that does go on a very interesting journey of their gender identity, which I find extremely compelling. And also, the fight scenes in this thing are some of the most buck wild shit you will ever see in your life. I'm talking about, like, an entire half page dedicated to seeing a guy, like, multiply himself 10,000 times to punch a dude into oblivion, and then that guy who got punched into oblivion, like, reconstituting himself from little itty-bitty droplets of blood.
Wow.
And that's not even, like, a footnote in everything that goes on in that particular fight. It really goes places. It's such a fun exploration of, like, these specific characters in this completely batshit insane world. And it's coming to a close. It's on, like, the last half of the last book, and it's likely going to end probably this year. Either this year or next year.
Yeah, I believe that's what the creators said. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's coming to a close, so now is a really good time to get into it and just hop on for the final parts of the ride. It's also pretty gay, which is fun.
Ooh.
So yeah, Kill 6 Billion Demons. That's my recommendation.
Great name, also.
Cool.
Name of a character in it, also. Not the name of a thing. Not the name of, like, a thing that needs to happen. Character name, Kill 6 Billion Demons.
That's really funny.
What are we here to do today, gang?
Well, we're so here to talk about at least one loser.
We're going to be dedicating a lot of time to talking about one
Some would
specific
say
loser.
the loser of all time.
I made a solve a murder.
Not interested.
Do not care. I'm sorry.
That's not what this is about.
Hero, we all have some words to say to you about the loser in particular, so we'll fucking get to
To me?
to you.
Yeah.
This is going to become the
You're the
public
loser.
shaming podcast.
No,
Sorry.
no, that's not what I said. I said we have some words to say to you about the loser, a different loser. And other... No, that's not what I meant either.
What did I do?
Alright, she knows what she did. Fuck this.
Who, me?
Little old me.
Little old me.
Butter wouldn't melt.
Jay, do you want to hit us with a summary?
I would love to. In an opening cutscene, a monster is terrorizing the town, and that strange boy's devil horns are lighting up red. That's probably nothing. Immediately following the previous case, Kay, Edgeworth, and Lotta come out of Big Building and are met by Penny. You remember Penny from 1-3? Well, Edgeworth doesn't. Anyway, she found a dead body, and not just any dead body, but the president of Zengfar. It looks like he's been stepped on by the definitely real monster, which we know is real because Lotta has for sure, really for real, definitely this time seen it for real with her own eyes. We investigate the scene and chat to Lang, who is here, and says his family was close with the president until 12 years ago. A weird number that keeps coming up for some reason. Demon Cowboy arrives, and we learn his name is Sean Fenn, and he's the star of the movie. Then Lang shows us a picture of the president on top of a big building with Gavel, and says footage shows she came down, but the president never did. While we're arguing about whether or not Gavel is suspicious, Penny interrupts to say that she saw Sean, famous tongue twisters, she saw Sean, at the murder scene on the night of the president's death, so we go to look for him instead, but he's nowhere to be found. Edgeworth and Kay say they should talk to Gavel next, and we cut to a scene from inside the courtroom where she's presiding over the trial of Lagarde, which is being prosecuted by Fran and defended by Eddie, because it was supposed to be Eustace versus Rosie, but one of them ran off and one of them is dead. This is normal and fine, don't worry about it. What's not normal and fine is that all the evidence has gone missing, so Gavel says she's going to have to find Lagarde not guilty immediately. Fran insists on a recess, which is when Edgeworth and Kay arrive. They agree to go and look for the lost evidence. Then, even though they only have 15 minutes, they spend ages talking to Gavel and eventually force her to confess she's throwing the trial because Sean, who's her son, has been kidnapped. Instead of going after the evidence, we try to find Sean and eventually think we've got a lead on him. That lead takes us to none other than Excelsius Winner's house, where we do indeed find a kidnapped boy, but it's Eustace, not Sean. Edgeworth gently persuades Eustace to tell us what's going on and to be a prosecutor, unlike the one his father is. We update the court on what's going on, and they bring Excelsius to the stand to stall for more time while we search for the missing evidence, but we still can't find it. On the roof of Big Building, the killer makes an appearance to tell us 1, it wasn't him who killed the president, and 2, Canis is out of jail. Back on the ground, a mysterious mastermind calls to taunt us and say he has Sean, although we're not entirely sure why, as it was Excelsius who intended to kidnap him at first and only accidentally got his own son instead. There's a weird bang at the end of the call, and Edgeworth and Kay figure out the mastermind's been listening to us through a bug in Kay's badge, and Regina and Simeon show up to tell us that must have been a firework we heard, and Sean must be near the Sunshine Coliseum, where a big parade is happening. We figure out he was taken in a garbage truck and so is probably at the dump by there, and send off Gumshoe and Kay to find him. Meanwhile, Edgeworth crashes the trial and tries to pin something on Excelsius, but fails. But Eustace is here to save the day, with a new theme song and evidence he literally dug up from the garbage pile. It rules. And Kay and Gumshoe find Sean so the trial can go on for real. We help Eustace to show that Excelsius hid evidence in Lagarde's trial, and the trial is postponed until the evidence can be found. Everything seems to be going great until Lang shows up and reminds us that the president is still dead, and he's arresting both Gavel and Sean for the murder. And that is all that we've played for today.
That's a lot that happened.
A lot happened.
Oh.
And yet, so much didn't happen.
It's
Yeah.
it's kind of a mess.
It's kind of a mess.
It's kind of a mess.
When I realised it was you who had to write the summary, Jay, I was like, that is not simple, because there's not a
There
lot
goes
that
the
happens
bravest
and there's a
person in
lot
the
that
world.
happens. So, like, what the fuck do you do with that one? You were
I
the
think I did a
strongest,
pretty good
bravest
job. I
person
was
ever
pretty
met.
proud of that
You
one.
did good. You did so good. I also really enjoyed the tone. I really like the voice of the summary.
The voice of the summary is coming to me more and more these days, and I'm enjoying it.
So they postponed the trial at the end. Is that something real?
I don't know, because
I missed
What
that.
do you mean by that?
Lagarde
Yeah, it's real.
confessed, but also they're postponing the trial, so who the fuck
Well,
knows?
they need to find the knife, basically, before they can actually have a trial
Right.
for some fucking reason. But they're basically like, oh, well, we'll definitely be able to find it, so... This is
Okay.
just a convenient time to have a pause so that Gavel can get arrested.
Yeah.
And we can go on to the other plot point of this episode that doesn't come up at all in the whole of the first half.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna forget about this if we don't go over it right now. So,
Okay.
Let's fucking go.
what's the deal with Sean Fenn's name?
Is
What?
it just meant to be like Sean Penn?
Sean Penn, the riff-off of Sean Penn.
Is that do you think, I have another half of this theory.
Yeah.
Do we think they called him Sean because you spend the case looking for him and it's a Heavy Rain reference?
I hope not.
No. No, they wouldn't.
Wouldn't
I
they?
wouldn't.
I don't think they would.
And they started at Sean and then they were like Sean Penn. So we'll call him Sean Fenn.
Well, here's the thing about Sean Penn, according to the Ace Attorney wiki that I've opened. His full name may be a reference to Sean Penn, an actor-director whose starring roles included the 208 biopic Milk, which Sean is often seen holding.
Yeah.
His name was John in the fan translation, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at whether they
John-
have any...
Something. What was his fucking surname? It wasn't Marshall, but that keeps coming to me.
Well, because you're thinking of Jake Marshall.
I think so. Another cowboy.
This is worse than the Heavy Rain thing that Hera just said. It could be a reference to John Marston. Oh, I actually clicked on the link. It could be
Are
a
you
reference to
sure?
John Marston, the main character of the video game Red Dead Redemption. Marston is a cowboy, while John Marsh is a quote-unquote cowboy.
Oh
That's
my
not-
god.
wait, it
that's
was
not what it
John
is.
So
Marsh?
bad.
His
I
name
wasn't far
in
off with
Japanese
Marshall.
is Shimon Aizawa, and apparently Aizawa means swamp, so that kind of makes sense for it to be Marsh.
Oh,
Right.
And they just gave up on that. Although I guess Fenn Fen is also a Mosh, so actually that's...
Oh.
You know, I take it back.
All right,
That's not bad.
Okay. All right.
I'm secretly pleased I remembered most of his surname. I just added a couple of
Would you
letters by
Would you
accident.
rather this be a Heavy Rain reference or a Red Dead Redemption reference?
No, I wouldn't.
Heavy Rain every day of the week. Because Heavy Rain is funny.
Heavy Rain is funny. That's the thing. The only way this joke would have really landed if for whatever reason Eustace's first name was Jason.
Oh, Eustace. Oh, Sebastian,
Eustace.
my boy.
Oh, my boy, Sebastian.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Oh.
We are going to dedicate 75% of this podcast to talking about it. Don't you worry.
All right, let's
Give
get
me
going
the
then.
first 75%.
Well, first we have to talk about a creature feature.
Creature
The
feature.
creature. This intro is nuts. This intro is nuts. So it's come up near the end of like practically every case that we've done where it's like, I just want to find out about that weird fucking monster on the front cover of the game.
Yeah.
And now that we're finally here, I was not expecting it to be a Godzilla analog. So
Yeah.
that's something, I guess. A lot happens in this intro. It's just like a selection of shots showing the monster rampage from this film that's being filmed. And it's like the monster's footprints in the lot, the monster's big eye going past the big building, and then just like a pan-up shot of it roaring, screaming at the heavens, Godzilla style, like it's about to shoot out a big plasma beam. There was a small part of me that was like, fuck, is this the supernatural thing that they're bringing to this game?
I wish.
I wish.
I wish. Come on, you cowards.
Cowards?
Here's my video game sins thing for this episode. The footprints are way too small.
That's so true. Did you notice that the costume is also like barely bigger than a human being when it's supposed to be like 50 feet tall? That's fucked.
Well, presumably they have like a mini big building somewhere, right?
like a tiny big building.
Tiny big building. Tiny with
A
like
small building.
2 eyes and 2 E's. Tiny. So it's been 5 seconds since the events of the last case. We've taken
It's
the
been
lift.
5 seconds.
Lotta is
Yeah.
still with us. And we're like, red raincoat, question marks. What's all that about? It's been 5 seconds since I called the killer.
Oh, Raincoat Killer. Another reference.
And as we're just hanging out outside the big building, who should we see but most memorable character of all time? Penny Nichols.
My good friend Penny Nichols.
Penny
never
lives in my
forgot you,
heart
Penny.
forever and ever.
You mean
she's running around
assistant?
screaming. Sorry, yeah, assistant.
That shit made me so mad.
It made me so mad.
She is the only character in this entire game that gets done dirty like that.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
that, yeah. But
Not true. Didn't that happen to our main man? Why do I always want to call him Frank Sawyer? And it's not. It's Winston Payne.
Winston
Every
Payne.
single
That only
fucking
happened
time.
in Ace Attorney Investigations 1, because when he showed up in this game, he was referred to as Winston.
True, true. He had a name,
He did have a name.
but he will never be forgotten.
Well, he won't be
He lives
because
on in the hearts and minds of us forever.
he is the killer.
Oh, you think he did it?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Harris been
it's
connecting
the
the
ultimate
dots.
callback.
Oh, just so right. Did his hot wife leave him and he went into a rampage?
Think about how many characters from the rest of the game show up in this case, and think about who's not here.
It's
That's
This
right,
is
it's
something
Winston
I thought
Payne.
about like much later on in this case. Is so much happens. There is not a single character introduced in this case that's unique to this case,
True.
We've been building to this point for some time.
unless you count Taurosaurus, I guess.
Well, we've seen the plushie.
Well,
Oh, sure.
Taurosaurus is a character played by
Paul
someone that
Powers.
we know. Yeah.
Oh, it's no one. No one. We won't reveal who that is yet. Thank God for editing.
What if I beep it out as if it's like some huge secret?
You should do that.
The biggest reveal.
That's our second
Yeah,
half
they
reveal.
can't
God
know
damn.
that. That's breaking kayfabe.
I didn't mention him in my summary. I cut out quite a few. I mean, I didn't cut out.
You
quite a
didn't
few
mention
characters, but
Simeon.
I did mention Simeon because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like bring this up because like it's such an incidental thing, and then it turned out that I was like, they kind of are important the second time they show up, unfortunately. So I think that's why only Will got the cut. Sorry, Will.
Well,
Sorry, Will.
it shows you a videotape.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but I just cut that whole thing to figure out where Sean went.
It's so nothing.
It's so nothing.
I'm really not looking forward to going over that in the second half of this case.
All right. Yeah. Penny's there and she's like, there's a dead body. We run over there. Edgeworth screen pans to dead president crushed in the middle of a footprint. And he goes, oh, Lang's here.
I think that was my reaction too. Oh, Lang's here, and there's a dead body, but Lang's here.
Well, maybe he can see the president, because the president was, like, inside the footprint.
That's true. Maybe,
And we've got, like, an
maybe,
overhead
just
camera
maybe.
angle.
True.
Who was it who in their notes was just being like, the president of where? You just keep calling him the president.
Yeah, because it was me, because they keep calling him the president.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
The only president we know.
As
I
far
have
as we're concerned,
so
no other country has a president.
Many annoyances with the way people talk in this case, or in a lot of
Yeah.
cases, don't talk.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get bored of writing and you're just like, what if they just dot,
What if
dot,
they
dot
just said
into each
dots,
other?
yeah.
Yeah.
What if they just hung around?
They saved all of their words for a specific character and then no one else got any. That's exactly what happened.
I wonder, like, exactly how many of the characters said the dots in this case, because I don't think it's all of them, but it's damn near close.
President's on the floor, dead. Lang's there too, though, so that's okay.
He's got mustard on him.
He's got mustard on him. Yeah.
Not Lang,
What's
the
that
president.
about? It's why? It's never brought up. You know what this is reminding me of? This is reminding me of the pink goo from
Yeah.
from that one case in
True.
Ace Attorney.
The blood?
The thing
Yeah.
is, right, at the beginning here, we do an investigation. There's a really funny line that's like, there's plenty to look at besides the body, as if playtesters, like, completely stopped investigating after looking at the body, which I thought was funny. But we do this whole investigation. We learn, like, a fair amount of information about the president being killed, and then none of that comes up again for the rest of the
Yeah,
case, to the point that we
totally.
played, because they are spinning a lot of plates at once.
Too many, some might say.
Well, some might say that.
Someone laid elaborate fire trap to drop head on president, and it rolled
Yeah.
into fence.
Could have been
That's
accident.
our working theory at the beginning and end of this case.
We have, no, like, I got so mad about this because there's no sign of broken bones, there's no bruises, there's no nothing. He's not squashed to nothing.
But he's had a
He's
mustard
mustard.
accident.
He's got,
Yeah.
he's had a mustard accident. He just got food poisoning from a bad burger, like whatever, or a hot dog.
Well, I
And
have
yet-
a theory about that.
Go ahead.
Hot dog theory.
I'm saving it.
Hot dog theory. Paul Halik has got into
Can't
hot
wait
dogs.
for Harrod's hot dog theory.
We got a lot of theories. I did write some theories, actually, about the president here. Theory 1, he was here to retrieve the cow plushie. Unconfirmed as of this moment. Theory 2, it was actually a Torosaurus plushie and he's a huge fan. Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Theory confirmed.
He is here because he was doing a cameo in the movie because he loves the Torosaurus so much.
I do have a feeling he was probably going to the auction with Gavel to get the plushie back.
Plushy theory.
Well, we don't know if Gavel knows about the auction yet. Or knew about the auction, I should say. She knows about the auction now.
Yeah, that's true. I can't remember if it came up in the last case.
It seems to be an Excelsius solo joint, as we know.
And also,
I mean, she seemed
Like
pretty pissed
11
off
other
about it when
anonymous
she
people.
was putting him in jail for it also, so
Well, she might just be throwing off the sand.
it's possible. This is when Lotte starts talking about how she shot a monster, which was so funny because I felt like people were slightly coming around to her in the last episode where she was actually helpful and gave us information about murder. And then she was like,
Yeah.
also, this whole time I did see a kaiju and I didn't tell you
this
about
shit
it."
is insane. I don't know how you, like, hang out in a room on your own, sitting on your ass, just listening to people, and then all of a sudden you think you've seen the biggest animal to ever walk the earth just peeking its eye through the blinds on the other side of the room, and you're like, oh yeah, I did see that. I just didn't want to tell you because I was busy thinking about some other bullshit.
As a journalist, you're often working on more than one story at once, and sometimes you just have to focus on one of them to get it done and then move on to the next one. It makes perfect sense.
If, Jay, if you were interviewing someone If you were interviewing someone and fucking Mothra burst through the walls,
I'd
do you
finish
think
the
it
interview
wouldn't
because
get
I'm a professional.
you think it wouldn't even get a footnote?
No, okay. Look, I understand that Lotta's writing is what it is, but if I saw a murder like quickly after or at the same time of seeing a fucking monster, I'd just assume I'd had a fucking breakdown and like would not be talking about seeing a fucking monster out the window. I'd be like, oh yeah, I saw a fucking murder. The rest of that shit I'm keeping to myself because people are gonna think I'm
Devin,
insane.
it's Godzilla! If there's been a murder and there's also a 50-foot monster hanging around, I'd
she
be like,
forgot.
shit. Tens of thousands of
Slipped her
people
mind.
in the middle of San Francisco are about to be turned into atomic dust.
Yeah, but that didn't happen, and no one else mentioned the giant monster. So I'd be like, well, if no one else is mentioning the giant fucking monster, I'm not going to bring it up.
It's embarrassing.
It's so cringe.
It's like that experiment they did where like they pump smoke into a waiting room, and if no one else moves, then people are
Oh
just
my
like, oh, I
God.
assume the building's not burning down.
Yeah, that's me. I'd die.
Oh,
power of
I'm
not being
connecting the
cringe.
dots. I'm connecting them.
Oh, what? Which one?
Oh my god, I'm connecting them.
What is happening?
The giant Torosaurus head was actually flown outside of the 51st floor as a deterrent to get people to evacuate the building.
Yeah.
Look out!
It was scientists all along.
We gotta break up this
Sickos.
auction. We're about to get attacked by a monster. Easier to come across a colossal prop monster head than it is to come across a smoke machine.
Easier to come across a giant colossal monster head than to stop crime.
Literally.
Yeah. I
And
mean, she
send
didn't see the
police.
head, she just saw the eye.
That's true, that's
true.
true.
And I gotta be honest, the eye that she saw out the window in the art that we got of that isn't as beautiful as the eye on the Torosaurus on
Oh.
the roof of the
Oh
caravan.
my god, the Torosaurus on the roof. Good grief. That thing's
Good
given
grief.
like bedroom eyes. It's a bit
I don't
much.
I'm out here on the forums and Ace Attorney Investigations team being like, I don't like the redesign of Torosaurus. It's just not, it doesn't have the juice in the same way.
It doesn't have the juice.
Oh my god.
I
What
really
happened
like
to
the
the-
big
the-
nose ring.
Oh
Yeah.
god, great septum piercing.
Is that a nose ring? My god.
That's
Oh,
my
man.
kind of
It's
Torosaurus.
so sad that they don't let Torosaurus serve cunt anymore.
I know. It's awful. Let her slay.
Let her slay!
Everyone in the city. You know, like, it's fine. She can slay literally, and in terms of looks, it's fine.
It's fine.
But this movie isn't just Gordy. I spoiled it.
I cut that out. Nothing happened.
You got it out. This
Please
movie.
that out!
No, whatever.
No, Hera, do it! Please do the bit!
But this movie isn't just Torosaurus.
Who else
There's
could
another
possibly
character.
be in it?
It's
What
a
are the big
showdown
monsters
movie.
are there?
What worldwide recognized monsters are there? Well,
I'm from
there's
Hong
the
Kong.
Torosaurus?
Gordy from the Lake.
Gordy from the Lake. Miles Edgeworth says, "Oh, Penny, are you making a Still Samurai movie?" And she says, "No, we're making a movie about the worst day of your fucking life."
It's Gordy! It's my
Gordy's
sea
there.
monster!
Hashtag my sea monster.
Gordy was a thing before that. That was just like a Gordy sighting, right?
Yeah.
Sure, but you would think about it if it was also involved in the time that you got accused of murder and almost had it pinned on you by your dad.
And then had to do, like, trauma therapy in front of an entire courtroom.
It's not a movie about the worst day of Edgeworth's life. It's a movie featuring a guy who happened to also be near the scene of Edgeworth's worst day.
Fine,
of
that's
Edgeworth's
so
life.
much better.
It's so weird. I guess if you consider it a world where Gordy is like recognized to the same level as like the Loch Ness Monster, then yeah, sure.
I mean, how many movies have you seen that's like the Loch Ness Monster versus the Kraken?
Yeah.
There was a celebrity deathmatch episode that had King Kong versus the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, hell yeah. This is that.
What the fuck? King Kong is like 100 feet tall.
The Loch Ness Monster can be pretty big. We don't know.
It's not even like the biggest loch. No offense.
God.
I haven't
Jesus, Ro. Way to just dunk on the Loch Ness Monster. Sorry, Scotland.
This episode we're talking about losers. Like, apparently the Loch Ness Monster.
The biggest loser of all.
Oh, sorry, it's Bigfoot. It's not King Kong.
Okay. The Loch Ness Monster demolishes Bigfoot. Are you kidding?
Do you want to watch it right now?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
We're on a
have
time
time.
limit, you know.
There's 20 minutes.
You know, we were talking about dedicating 75% of the episode to a loser. It's just this.
Do you want to know who the other matches were?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know who else is here? It's Detective Lang.
It's
and he
Detective
has
Lang.
sad music now.
Yeah, he is a loser. He was the coolest
He's all
hot shit of
alone
all
and they
time, and
put
now he
his
sucks.
they put his music into the minor key and give it a little reprise.
I
Yeah.
actually missed
So
this because I was
weird.
watching at work, and I'm so sad. I need to go back. Take me back.
He loves talking about how much his life sucks because he doesn't have a posse anymore.
Yeah.
That would be sad. I would be sad if I didn't have a posse anymore.
He's sad, and how he likes to manage his emotions is by arresting the first person that he sees. He
Back
has
on
seen
his
Penny
bullshit.
for 3 seconds, and Edgeworth is like, Lang, you're better than this. You don't arrest people that you clapped eyes on for 2 seconds. And I'm like, sir, you're wrong. All we know about Lang is he will arrest anybody in front of him. Shut
he
the fuck
loves
up.
to do that. It's his favorite hobby.
Ugh. Lang's also like, oh yeah, or Edgeworth says about Lang, I can't remember which, like, oh yeah, you're so cool under pressure. And I'm like, this guy literally threatens to eat people. He's not cool under pressure. He's a very, like, aggy man, and that's fine.
It's true. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's a loose cannon. Yada
He's a
yada.
loose cannon.
He's also depressed because not only has he lost all of his friends, but the president of his country's dead, and he apparently he would have voted for that guy for a third term.
Which is interesting, because that guy fucking hates him.
And that guy
Yeah.
fucking hates him. That guy, 12 years ago, mysteriously kicked out his family, who was the chosen family of being his bodyguards, but now they're not anymore because of some mysterious thing that happened that we then never learn about because we go off and do a whole other plotline.
This is literal, like, dog energy, though. They're so loyal, and I'm like, that's not good for you. You should stop doing that. But Lang is dog-coded, so he got that loyalty. What an
He
idiot.
literally cannot shut up about how he is dog-coded. He gets into a fight with Kay about how wolves are so much cooler than ravens and could beat ravens in a fight
Jesus
anytime.
Christ. God, get a grip, man.
Get a grip.
You're
Dogs
arguing
can't
with
fly.
like a fucking 17-year-old or whatever. Like, stop it.
Fighting about their Sonic OCs.
Yeah, Edgeworth's just like Lang. He like gently puts his hand on Lang's hand, and he says like, "Lang, don't arrest Penny." And Lang's just like, "Fine." So that doesn't happen, and then we get to investigate.
Well, Lang has some evidence for us.
Oh yeah, what does he show us?
He shows you some camera footage from the roof of the building of President Wang going onto the roof of the big building with Verity Gavel.
Oh, they're friends.
This shit does not look good on paper.
She looks bad on paper. He has that, and yet still wanted to arrest Penny. I don't fucking understand.
Yeah, he does immediately switch to being like, I should arrest Verity.
And then he leaves. He leaves to go and get the presidential retinue.
Yeah. And this is when Sean Fenn shows up.
For the
A
first
rude
time, we
little
finally-
boy.
He's just rude,
He's
and then
such
he
a little
kind of
shit.
wanders
I love
off.
him.
He's an absolute asshole.
I found him so irritating when I was younger, and now I'm just like, yeah, that's a kid. That's so funny.
It's very funny. It's so funny how Penny is constantly having to tell him, you can't talk to people like that, Sean. It's mean.
What has good?
Where is this kid's mother?
Yeah,
Great
where is
question.
this kid's mother?
Where is this kid's mother?
Ace Attorney rules. No one's mum can actually be in the room at them at the same time without getting murdered. So
It's true.
Oh god, I've got a bad feeling about the second half of this case all of a sudden.
oh god, no! I just meant that's why Gaval can't be there.
Bikiniing is happening.
We can't call it
Bikiniing is
that.
happening. Bikining? Bikining.
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 Where is
Bikining.
bikining suspicious?
I forgot about bikini.
I'll never
like,
forget.
oh god. Anytime I write anything in my notes, I'm like, how can this be construed? And I can't live my life like that, so.
You can't live your life like that, Devin. If I make a boo-boo... Speaking
now
of, as
you
soon as
can
I
write,
said
like,
if
a
I make a
straight-up
boo-boo, I
spoiler
somehow
and
managed
we
to
are gonna
flick an
question it.
elastic band into my squash.
Squash.
My squash.
Your
Squash.
That's what happened to Lang.
Oh no, he got squashed.
Yeah, we don't really find much. We find that the fire thing that I think it was Sarah mentioned earlier.
There's a camera crane here and some tarp.
Probably nothing.
Don't worry about it. That's just whatever.
There is a moment here which nobody saw, and I only vaguely remember it. But you can see a cameo of Phoenix and
Fucking hell.
Maya, I think, in this.
That's
Oh my
nuts.
god.
You remember the one at the theme park?
Yeah, I'm still mad
Well,
about
I
it.
missed that one as well.
Well,
Well, I know it's because you have to check something twice,
that would make sense.
and I didn't. Well, I didn't do that because why would I ever do that?
Why would you ever do that?
Lang has some theories. We saw Gravel leaving the rooftop specifically.
Well, he's like the only way the president could have got down is by being pushed or falling,
Yeah.
I guess,
But
because
he's not-
he
he's
never
not
came
paced.
down, and we're like, hello, the 51st floor exists.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
But then Lotta didn't see him, so who the fuck knows what went on.
Lotta
was
didn't
napping,
see
though.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lotta had her eyes shut and was asleep, like, for a lot of that day. Lang and Edgeworth are flirting. Needed to just throw that out there by arguing with each other. And then they find some child's footprints in the dirt around the president, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're like, uh-oh, this kid killed some guy. This kid did it, probably.
It's
And
Charlotte,
Penny
isn't it?
straight up is like, oh yeah, I saw him here last night.
Well, what are you doing?
Fucking
She
hell,
interrupts
Penny.
in the middle of us like arguing about Gravel as well. Like that part is actually never resolved because Lang has to come back and arrest her later. So she really just comes out of nowhere on that as well.
She's like, I came here last night and I saw Sean talking to a big scary worm, and I got so scared I ran away.
Yeah.
Which is the most absurd
Girl.
thing.
You work here. You've seen the worm. You know the worm.
You know the worm!
You know the worm.
You have befriended the worm. What the fuck?
Girl,
You told me about
helped
the worm.
Make the worm.
Made me so
Even
mad.
in the picture you get of it, it's very clearly not a worm.
She's the one who's like, oh yeah, we put the top on the camera when it's wet.
And
What
last
are
night
you
it was
talking
it was
about?
like
I've
never
going
seen
to
this.
rain.
That's unrelated.
So ridiculous. You've got Kay, Penny, and fucking Lotta going out of their minds about monsters being real. And literally Lang and Edgeworth both keep looking at the camera and being like, this is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. And it's like,
That is
yeah.
basically like they're both like, okay, let's work together to find the truth because everyone here is insane about monsters except us. It's very funny. But yeah, we try and go and find Sean, and he's disappeared. And everyone's like, oh, well, I guess he's running away because he's a criminal, which is a really funny assumption.
So
Especially
funny.
given what we know actually happened, which is that he got fucking kidnapped.
This is such a like Ace Attorney take though, where it's like, this person is rude, so they probably are the fucking criminal.
That's true.
Gumshoe's here.
Not for long.
Not for long. He's gone. He saw us and he got the fuck out.
He got
I
embarrassed.
don't know what's going on with him.
Oh,
You got
it's so
embarrassed.
difficult seeing your ex out and about when you don't expect to.
And then, for some reason, we decide to go to the courtroom. Why?
Because we're like, oh, we should speak to Verity Gavel about what's going on.
Yeah,
we
did
just
she
give
kill the
up. We give
president?
up the chase on Sean immediately.
Well, he's a 13-year-old criminal genius and he's disappeared, so what are we going to
can
do
take
about
care
that?
And also, we're not a prosecutor anymore, so we don't need to chase down criminals. We can just kind of be nosy about shit that we're
That's
interested in.
very true.
So we can just do whatever the fuck we want, and no one has stopped us. There's been police officers, there's been Lang, no one gives a fuck. We're just allowed to investigate now, so I guess we're a PI.
Yeah.
It's not even that because we're not getting paid. We're literally just nosy.
Oh, when does Lang come back with the bodyguards with the pawns?
That's after Penny gives you the picture.
Cute picture, Torosaurus is cute.
Yeah.
Doing
Torosaurus
little
is
peace
cute.
signs.
Cute.
Well, I can only
Right,
do
because
peace signs.
Sean gives the picture to Penny. It's like
Oh, yeah, that's
a keepsake.
But he's like, I just happen to have a spare one. It's not special. All right, loser.
And then we finish the investigation. Lang comes back with the pawns and some cops. And they're like, oh man, we really fucked up this time.
Oh, jeez.
Their
Oh,
reactions
man.
are so funny.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
Oh, man. The
Oh.
president
fired for
died?
sure.
Oh, that's the one thing a bodyguard's supposed to make sure doesn't happen. Fuck.
Oh, no, it's a
man.
classic hot dog incident. What are we going to do?
I knew we shouldn't have let him go wild at the hot dog stand. Damn it.
The fucking art of the fucking head falling off the roof is so funny to me because they just put a motion blur on that fucking head and it's so funny. Like, the angle's so weird and it gives me so much life. It's so funny.
It's very strange.
Oh, 12 years ago gets referenced as well.
Yeah.
Lang's like, whoa, I was cool as shit until 12 years ago. And you're like, fine.
The way he talks about his, like, family misfortune in the first game made it seem like this has been going on for, like, hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been 12.
It's been 12.
That shit lingered.
Alright, let's go to court.
Fran!
Welcome to court. Here are some
Also, Eddie's
extremely
here.
normal people doing something normal in court, which is Eddie is defending Lagarde, the person that he helped to get arrested, because there's no other defense attorneys in the world.
This seems unethical.
It's so
It
bad.
does.
Everyone involved, except for Fran, everyone involved in the investigation is involved in the trial, which is fucked. And then also Fran is here, which is, like, she's great, but...
There's a point where Fender's like, yeah, she's totally guilty. Like, what are you doing?
so bad.
Verity, you know she's guilty. That is surely in contempt of court.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
But yeah, Fran is having the worst day ever, and she's very annoyed about it. She is completely correct to be upset about this.
Absolutely.
She's picked up after Eustace, and all of the evidence has disappeared. What the fuck?
It's so fucked.
And Verity is clearly up to something, is like, well, if that's the case, I guess she's gotta go free.
And Eddie is like, you were there when we found all the evidence, and she's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
That wasn't me.
That was the
That was my
other
twin.
Gavel.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of the end of women in this game.
Say more about this.
It's so absurd. Like, she's been so, like, fucking, like, level-headed for so long. And, like, yeah, she's, given of what we learn later, like, yeah, she's gonna be fucking stressed out of her mind. But, like, Phoenix managed to fucking drag a trial out for, like, 3 fucking days. Verity, apparently, cannot even begin to fathom the idea of stalling? Question mark?
Well, this trial has already been delayed twice.
Well, we simply couldn't
But Devin,
delay it any
she's-
further.
She's not the judge and investigator that we've been talking to this whole time. She's mom now. It's totally different.
Honest. And the thing we know about mothers is they're all clearly insane. So, you know, she's allowed to just do whatever the fuck.
I don't think I know anything about mothers.
No, this is the only time it's ever happened.
Yeah.
Is this the only mother in the entirety of...
Video
Misty
games?
Faye
There was
died
one, and then she
immediately.
died, so she was either missing or dead. We saw her for a whole of 10 minutes.
I don't think Misty counts.
No.
Wow!
Wow.
Ugh.
She was not the mother who stepped up. She was the mother who stepped out.
God.
I would argue that counts, like, specifically because if you think about the themes of parenting that they're doing in this game, it fits in pretty well.
True.
That's true.
Whoa, mums can be bad too.
Yeah, that game was actually woke for saying moms can be bad too.
But they have to
This game
die for
will
this
not do that.
transgression.
This game
So
will just have
true.
Verity freaking the fuck out about Sean, her son, who we learn immediately back to back that's her son and he's been kidnapped.
This is like the
Fucking
most
hell.
uncomfortable mind chess
Yeah.
It really
segment
is.
in the game.
It is. It's horrible. There's just something really shit. Again, like, just thinking about how it was dealt with Phoenix, that, like, his character was given time to be like, oh, I stand for these values, and also I'm worried about this. I mean, they also handled that pretty shit with, like, Maya, you know, but, like, you know, him being like, I stand for these values, and...
Yeah, it was used as an exploration of his character and like a culmination of all the themes he's been building to, whereas with Verity it's just like all of her like character, which is about like this very weird devotion to justice where she like then fucks up a ton because of that, and like that is pretty relevant to the themes of the game, just goes out the window and she's just like, oh, I want to do the right thing but my son.
Yeah, it's really shit. It's the beginning
Yeah.
and the end.
And it's a weird characterization of this, like, we have this, like, sanitized Edgeworth, and then he then just does the Adrian thing again,
Yeah.
basically. Anyway, she is 26 years old, and
Yeah.
Sean Fenn is 13 years old.
Weird.
Very weird. The game doesn't seem to want to, like, talk about that at all.
Doesn't come up again.
Doesn't come up even once.
Here's the thing, right? We haven't finished the case. Who's to say whether it gets explained or not? However, from a writing perspective, is there literally any reason that she couldn't have been 36?
Is there any reason
Exactly,
she couldn't have
yeah.
been fucking 36 years old? Because she's 36 years old.
she's some would say 46.
I would say 56.
Yeah. Like, are we gonna... I don't know how deep we're gonna get into the... What is it? The S55 incident? What the fuck it's called?
Who gives a shit?
Who give a shit?
12 years
Like, are we
ago.
gonna see a 14-year-old Verity Gaval and a 1-year-old Sean Fern? I don't know.
God.
I mean, if that is the case, it's gonna be there's gonna be so many fucking characters. But
I hate the way that they're sort of like nosedived Gavel's characterization.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's bad. They gave her a new animation for like
Mm-hmm.
when she's shocked or upset.
woman hysteria animation.
Yeah, it's literally the woman
Yes.
hysteria animation.
But it's also
Yeah.
so similar to Kay's, like, bad
Woman
memory
hysteria
fucking-
animation.
Yeah, totally. It's so irritating.
Woof.
Woof.
Kay's I can understand like a little bit more because hers was coming from like
Yeah.
a trauma that we knew happened, but like Gavel hasn't really experienced anything like outwardly horrifically traumatizing. She's just like her son's been kidnapped.
Well, wait, hang on.
which in the grand sense of this game, whereas like Kay's scenario was like she saw something really horrific and she remembers seeing a dead body and thinks that she murdered someone, and it's sort of like the struggling to recollect the broken pieces of your life that have drifted through your mind because of amnesia, whereas with Gavel it's just like hysterical because she is a mother who has lost her son.
Yeah, like Kay is actively having flashbacks, and the thing is, like, I almost feel like if there was just one or the other, either way it
Yeah.
wouldn't matter, but this is the second one.
Yeah.
It's also very reminiscent of, we made a sprite for Franziska von Karma where she was crying and then we
Yeah,
never
I was
found a place to
literally
use
thinking
it.
about
and
that.
then we did find a place to use it. It's weird how you keep doing that with women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting, huh?
And, like,
Strange.
the thing is, like, I think, like, a parent in general, like, their child's been kidnapped, that is really fucking stressful, right? Like, that must be absolutely horrifying. I can't relate to it because I don't have children, but fuck me, that must be awful. It's just the way that they do it just seems so unconvincing and so strange, and
It's like the difference for me is when Kay is having her freak out, she's like gritting her teeth and visibly shaking and like clutching her head in her hands. Whereas like when Verity is doing it, she's like, oh no! Oh no!
It is like that.
yeah.
The other thing for me is that there is something interesting here where Gavel, who has been like a very, up until that thing where she just like turned on Excelsius in the last episode, she has been very much like a steadfast character in a way that you're like, well, you are like actively wrong about like how you're living your life, basically. And she says something here where she's like covering for the fact that she's like been upset by this kidnapping. She says like, there is a difference for me between being Judge Verity Gavel where I'm sitting in the chair and I like completely cut that off from anything I've seen before that. So even though I was there when we found the knife and like it was obviously Lagarde who did it, I'm not taking any of that into the courtroom with me. And that is like an interesting thing to explore, especially for Gavel's character and especially like in the context of all the other themes going on in this game. But then we don't get to explore it because it's just like, oh, she is actually only doing this because of her son. Like,
Yeah.
there was a way to do this exact same plotline without being like, the only thing that would move a woman is motherhood.
Yeah.
It's so lazy that this is the only way they can think to create stakes for a woman.
Also, why the fuck is a judge investigating shit? Like, fuck off.
Yeah, they set themselves in a bad foundation there. I
'Cause
also
the
think
water's
about,
in
like,
Gorham.
the amount of different explorations of fatherhood that we have and
Yeah.
how they all tie together in different ways. And they're all, like, very, like I said, very different, very varied. And then we have one mother, and all it amounts to is she is able to be blackmailed because of her son.
Yeah.
And
I want
nothing
there to
else
be
happens.
like a crime Bechdel test where it's like, has this person done something bad because of their relationship to a man? Or have they just done something bad because it fits in line with their own moral compass? Because I can't think of any examples in Ace Attorney where a female character has done something bad because of for something other than their relationship to a man.
Desiree Delight
Dahlia
loves to
Hawthorne.
fucking speed. Dahlia
Oh, yeah, that's
Hawthorne
true.
has got
Okay.
her daddy
But
issues.
but
so.
admittedly, Desiree Delight has never been arrested for speeding, so does it count as a
True.
crime?
No. And also, it's not crime if it's cool.
It's not crime. If
It's not
cool.
crime if it's cool.
I feel like this really weakens characterization that like happens within this case, where she like continues to talk about how she's an avatar for like the goddess of law, and I don't understand how that's supposed to mesh with being a mother.
I think with that, what might be happening is like, because Edgeworth keeps saying it's okay to feel your fucking feelings, even though you're an avatar for the goddess of the law, and it's more about Edgeworth projecting his shit onto that, I guess.
Yeah, and it's in conversation with how he talks to Eustace as well. And the problem is that, like, the way in which the mind chess with Eustace plays out is so much more obviously, like, taken care over and, like, thought out in a thematic way.
Yeah.
And, like, characterologically, that it just becomes like, Jesus Christ, they really fucked it with Gavel.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah, because like Gavel's mind chess is literally so easy. It's just don't go on the offensive when she does a specific.
It's
animation.
also like writing is very hard, right? And one of the things that's hard about it is that sometimes you have a scene that you need to get to a point, and it's actually very hard to get it there. And there is no connection that we know of between Sean and Verity at the beginning of this mind chess, and so getting there is really hard. And one of the things you have to go through is like Edgeworth's like, oh, she seems like she really cares about Taurosaurus, and it's just
God.
like, that's so flimsy that like it just makes the whole thing seem really farcical.
Yeah, it's so goofy that he keeps banging on about that. It's like, that's not, oh, for God's sake.
Especially
Just a
when
big
at the
fan of the
end
cow.
you're like, okay, do you have proof that you're his mother?
The proof
And she's
is
like,
so stupid.
yeah, here's a recent magazine clipping about Sean playing the
At
lead
that
role in
point,
the
you
new
just go
Taurosaurus
like,
movie.
okay, so she's a weird stalker who's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
genuinely
totally.
having delusions.
Literally.
It's so fucked.
This is why I'm imagining there will probably be something that's like, oh, she's not like really his like birth mother or anything like that. It's something else. Because like the idea of needing to give that kind of evidence and providing just like an on-hand newspaper clipping is so strange.
It's
Well, is
so
that added to
bizarre.
our evidence? Because I'm assuming it's something that we're going to use later, and
I
that's
don't
why
even
we get
remember.
I
it.
think
to
it
be
might
honest.
be.
I feel like that's what it is. But again, it's just like the conceits of like having to set up a plot in a way are just like kind of getting in the way. Or like, it's not even that it's getting in the way, it's like you haven't been able to weave them together in a way that I feel like you could have, because you do it with Eustace, and you do it with, well, in this case, you do it with Eustace, full stop. But you've been doing a lot of threads around similar things with parenting and Edgeworth's moral code or whatever, which there's more on that later when we talk about Eustace as well, but I don't know, it just feels like there's so much more. Like, there's so much more nuanced and interesting, and then, what was it that you said about women, Devin? This feels like the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
They're getting rid of women. It
They're
makes me
getting rid
so
of women.
sad. They've only had them around for like 11 years since the thing that happened at the start of Case 3. Judy Bound was the first woman, and now
She was the
look how
first
far
woman.
we've fallen.
And the thing about Ace Attorney is that, like, women have mums and men have dads. And that's how it works.
No, wait. Women have mums, men have dads, children have mums.
Yeah. Yeah, so true.
Well, this happens in the span of like 15 minutes during this recess.
Yeah, we go to court. We agree to get the missing evidence in 15 minutes or less. And then we spend the entire 15 minutes traumatizing a woman.
Evidence in 15 minutes or less, so your next conviction is free.
Then Regina and Simeon show up and they're like, oh, hi, can we help? And we're like, yeah.
They
So
do
that
not
happens.
help.
They do not help. They
Well,
go
they
to see
know
some
about the
fucking
fireworks later, and that's crucial.
They go to the fair, yeah.
This is so funny because it's so clearly a callback to Shu, and like, oh, whenever there's a mastermind on the phone, something happens at the end.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah.
where Shu was like foreshadowed and then like was a
Yeah,
useful bit of information, we just had to like shoehorn in some circus freaks here to be like,
Yeah.
oh, they'll know about fireworks.
Well, they had to give it more of a link back to Case 2, because otherwise the only thing linking it is, Labubu. What's her name?
Lagarde.
Yeah.
And also we talk about Canis a bunch later on.
Yeah, true.
She would have a Labubu though.
She would have. She looks like a Labubu.
Police Labubu.
Ugh,
I probably
bad
would.
enough as is.
Oh, Kay makes a promise to Gavel
Yeah, I actually really did like this after the mind just kind of sucked.
Yeah. She says, I'm gonna steal your son.
Yeah, okay.
I promise you, I'm gonna steal your son.
Because Kay's been on sabbatical as the Yatagarasu this whole time, this whole game, and obviously last episode Lost Her Memories. This feels like one of the few, like, real good Kay moments where she's like, everyone else here is thinking about legacy and what they want to do, and I remembered that I have a legacy and I want to be a good moral thief, and I'm going to steal back your son, and it's cute.
I too have realised that I have a relation. I had a thing that I inherited from my father.
I used to have a dad. Oh.
God.
I'm gonna be honest, there hasn't been much that feels like it's really justified Kay being in it.
She used Little Thief once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Kay. I think Kay is great, but like I feel like there is room for other characters to be put where she is, characters that could have their own journeys with their own parents that I think are unexplored and would be interesting to go down. And then they're only in this game for like 1/3 of one case.
Oh, we could have done a Yatagarasu 2 plot.
Yeah.
We could have done a Yatagarasu 2 plot. All the characters for the Yatagarasu 2 plot are in this game.
Yatagara too.
This one's got 4 legs.
And 16 wings. And it looks like a
Fuck
biblical
yes.
angel.
Awesome.
Yeah. Every day. A better race attorney.
Every day. So we go and look for Sean.
Yeah, we are Kay's assistant now because we apparently can't do anything for ourselves anymore.
Yeah.
She wants us to do the theme
We've
song.
been everyone's assistant this game.
Well, Edgeworth's learning humility, you know.
That's true.
Taking a sweet time.
He's learning he's a weird girl.
This is his new career path when he realizes he can't go back to being a prosecutor.
There's a bunch of people there outside the big building.
Ooh. Is this where we see journalists unite?
Oh yeah, Tabby, I made no mention of in my story. I knew there was somebody else.
This is the downfall of women.
It's true.
I don't think we see them here the first time we come out to the plaza, because I'm pretty sure I also don't have notes on Tabby until later.
Will Powers is here, though.
Yeah. Remember him?
Oh.
He really doesn't give a fuck about the president being dead. He's just like, it's sad that I'm not shooting a movie right now because...
Well, he's got to get paid.
He's got to get paid.
He needs his money.
This is a thing I'm realizing about this franchise, is like, when they want to reference something, they almost always reference 1-3. When they want to write a good case, they always try and ape 1-4.
That's very
You might have
true.
a point.
Well, there's a lot of 2-4 in this game.
There is. I think there's some 1-5 in this as well.
There's
but more for
definitely some
Lang.
1-5 in this game as well. I don't know about this case.
It's revealed he's the other person in the photo. He is the Taurosaurus.
Whoa.
He doesn't really have much to tell us. He says that Sean got in the bus, and he is conveniently standing in the way of the bus, so we have to talk to him.
We learn like tiny little bits of information for like an hour here, and it eventually leads us to Sean.
It doesn't even, because
It doesn't even.
who it actually leads us to is someone else.
Yeah, sorry, it leads us to the greatest scene in the game.
He's like, if there's this huge boy-sized case that's missing from our equipment, and then you go over to talk to the taxi driver who's like weirdly combative. He's like, hey, maybe smile a little.
God.
And then you're like, hey, did you load a huge fucking case into your car that's bigger than your car, basically?
That was probably shouting and screaming.
And he's like, yeah, sure I did. There were 2 guys who were formerly part of the Lang gang, but now seemingly are working for someone else.
Is that true? Because I know that Lang's old agents were there wearing black, but I assume that they were different to the kidnappers.
Wasn't there a guy in the taxi?
There was the driver in the taxi. We don't talk to any...
I swear there was another guy.
Yeah.
There's
you
too
do
many
see-
fucking characters in
There's
this
so many
case.
characters with not recognisable features because they didn't make a separate sprite. But we do speak to one of Lang's agents, and he's like, yeah, I'm worried about him, I guess. Or says something to that effect.
Yeah, I thought during that conversation there was another one in the back of the taxi, similarly dressed.
Oh, okay. Maybe they were just pretending to be Lang's like agents or something. I don't know.
I mean, they could have gotten new work.
Yeah, just do what the, chairman of the prosecutorial
I'm gonna
excellence blah blah tells you to do.
Furiously scour my screenshots. I did not take many of this case.
Oh no.
I took a lot. I love take a picture.
We like pictures.
Yeah, I guess maybe I'm talking shit again.
No, I don't know
I
shit.
thought they were working for Excelsius now. Look, there's like 100 of them, and they come as a job lot, but they will do any job.
They're just a militia. Lang had a militia.
Do not separate them.
They may not do it right, but they will do it.
And boy, the people who Excelsius hired did not do it right.
They did it so bad. So, okay. I remembered someone getting kidnapped in this case.
For weeks, Devin has been messaging me saying, I know he gets kidnapped.
I
at
know
some
he gets
point."
kidnapped. And then they're banging on about Sean, and I'm losing my fucking mind. Like, did I get this wrong? I realised it was both of them, thankfully, before it happened, but fucking hell, I feel like I was being gaslit by this game. It was awful. Jay, you knew things. It's so funny you were watching that happen.
I know so many things.
You know
That's
so
literally
many
Jay's
things.
job.
And then
So true.
the taxi driver's like, hey, tell you where they went. Buddy, I'll take you there right now.
Not okay.
Yeah, really fucked. GDPR does not exist in this world.
Evidently.
And he takes you to someone's house.
Cool
motorbike.
motorbike.
Yeah, and you break into the garage because
Oh my
it's
God.
not locked.
What's that fucking Marvel character called? Ghost Rider? This is
Ghost
Ghost
Rider,
Rider's
yeah.
motorbike.
If Ghost Rider was like red,
Yeah,
rather than-
totally.
yeah.
Ghost Rider wears gloves that say death on their fingers.
Everything about this shot is giving the riff from Bad to the Bone energy.
I feel like the bike is also a reference to fucking 2-4 because Matt on guard also had a bike and also was red and wearing a fucking racing jacket.
That's very true.
Well, but that bike was like suspended from the ceiling though. This one
Yeah.
seems like
Yeah.
it gets some use.
That is true.
He loves his bike. He loves his bike more than he loves his son.
Yeah,
Not
that's
hard.
also true. Jay!
What, am I wrong?
I love his son!
I love his son, but he doesn't love his son.
It's a really cool bike though.
And his bike doesn't fail at things, so you know.
Well, actually, it said that he was doing work on
keeps
the engine,
doing
so I don't
upkeep.
know.
Yeah.
That's something, that's a metaphor. It's if only he
This-
put the pieces together. Fucking
Mm.
clown.
True. There's some cool gloves on the floor as well.
So
I
cool,
hate
such
these
cool
gloves so
gloves.
fucking
Could you
much.
imagine
They
having
say,
such cool
they
gloves
say
like this?
death on the fingers.
And they're covered
Could you imagine
in
having
dirt.
such cool gloves like this and using them for fixing up your bike?
And also if you were the head of the prosecutorial board for excellence.
I just
And
need
use it
like
to
an
put things in
edit
the
of
bin.
this game where every time Excelsius winner walks on screen, all you hear is
Yeah,
I think
you're
you should
right,
wear
that
the
needs to
death gloves
happen.
all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. He's such a fucking loser.
He should have one red glove that says death and one blue glove that says life.
Oh, so true. And then he claps them together and something happens. I don't know what.
Something happens.
There's something.
Yowie happens.
That's how we poke around in the garage. There's a sledgehammer.
There's a weird noise.
Uh-oh.
That must be Sean.
That must
Surely,
be Sean.
surely it's definitely Sean.
So we open up a door.
Surely the people didn't just go up to a boy on the street and say, "Do you know Verity Gabel?" And he said yes, and they were like, "Must be the guy we're looking for."
Get in the fucking box.
It's my beautiful son Sebastian.
Oh, Sebastian, my boy!
I'm a Eustace Truther.
No,
I'm used to Truther too.
he's Sebastian, and I'm hugging
Not
him
on my
so
watch.
hard.
Not on my watch, he's not.
He's getting hugs and a cup of tea and a blanket.
No, he's not. Edgeworth immediately says, "You know what will fix him? Take him to the mind chest dimension."
Oh God!
Are you winning, son?
You're absolutely not.
He's fucked up.
He's
Yeah! Yeah,
He's not
so
good.
fucked up.
He's
Now, what would
so
you do
fucked.
to a man in this situation, Hera?
Hera, what would
Hera?
you do in a situation such as this, Hera?
You get two options for the first section of the mind chest. One is like, hey man, are you okay? And the other one is like, you're a fucking loser. You're the worst prosecutor I've ever seen, and you're gonna die alone.
And Hera, you chose kindness, right? You chose good. You chose kindness?
I did pick kindness.
No,
and
you
then
didn't.
and then I got back to that menu and I was like, you know what? Let's see what happens.
Let's have a little
Oh
fun.
my fucking gosh.
Let's do a
You
silly
fail
one.
immediately.
That's
if you pick that.
Good.
funny and good. I cannot.
He's like, fuck you, I'm leaving. He's the only person who shows some kind of agency in the mind chess dimension.
I mean, that's really
Wow.
fucking interesting, but I hate that we know that because you did the bad thing.
So true.
I
How
got an
could you
achievement for
do
it.
that to him? Fuck you!
Fuck your achievement, it's worth nothing.
Fuck your achievement. It's worth less than nothing.
It's
Capcom,
bad.
this
It's
is
bad for
evil of
you.
you.
They should add unachievements to video games.
You're coming back as the worst creature of all time in the next life. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Is this better or worse than the centrist achievement from Disco Elysium?
The centrist achievement from Disco Elysium is like voice of someone who said that way too fast because they got that achievement. The centrist achievement in Disco Elysium is really easy to get by like trying to be nice about things, and I understand what it's the statement that it's making, and I agree with it. But it's not. It's completely different thing from going up to my favorite boy in the world, Sebastian, and saying,
I don't
and
know. I
saying,
think we'd have to look
"You're a
into this.
loser and you suck."
Going up to a boy who has just had his entire fucking sense of self ripped away from him and then got kidnapped by accident and being
That
like,
was
you're a fucking
so
idiot, you can't
By
even
his
get
own
kidnapped
dad.
good.
Couldn't even get kidnapped, right?
That was
Oh,
really funny though.
no! My boy!
You're a monster!
Absolutely evil. Stop
Wait,
bullying
I need
him!
I need to backtrack. I want to know what Devon thinks the worst creature is to get reincarnated as.
Do you know what? I
This is
said it and I
important.
immediately was like, I love them all. There is no bad creature, so I don't
They're
know.
they're
It's the
inventing a
human
new
being.
creature just for you.
Wow,
Uh,
it's
It's called the poop worm. Have fun.
oh, it's true. It is those.
You would, if the poop worm was real, you would love the poop worm.
This is the thing. I was like, it's got to be some kind of bug, and I was like, I cannot besmirch the good names of bugs on this
You
podcast.
can't. Not in
We can't say bad things about helmets. Awful. Awful.
We can't say bad things about helmets for different reasons.
Awful. Anyway, we can't say bad things about helmets, and we cannot bully this boy.
I was nice to him after, it's fine.
This really does show Edgeworth's
Oh.
character growth in a way that is fairly satisfying.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, he's like, let's hold hands and be nicey as prosecutors together. And I'm like, okay, well,
yeah, that was stupid.
it was kind of always going here, but one crumb of
it's still
structural
dumb.
critique, I'm begging.
Yeah.
This entire series of games is so scared at shaking things up.
It is.
And I think
Yeah.
this is kind of like evidence of that with just how it ends. I think everything going on in this mind chess up until the ending is like the best writing this case has done.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
and then there's the rest of it. I
Yeah.
think there's something about, like, I was losing my mind with this mind chess because I have a job which is sometimes quite similar to this, where you've got someone in like a specific headspace and you kind of have to get information out of them, but you're also trying to de-escalate and calm them down. I spent a lot of this being like, how's Edgeworth doing in this? I was being very optimistic in it. He shouldn't have done it now. This is terrible. He should not have done this now. That is extremely bad. But given the situation, I think he did remarkably well to like dial it back when Eustace was getting overwhelmed. But also, like, you know, the thing about that is, like, sometimes when you're just trying to calm someone down, you will say any old shit just to, like, you know, meet them where they're at. So Edgeworth being like, oh, we should both be nicey's prosecutors together, it's a really interesting thing, because it's like, does he believe that, or is he just saying it because he knows that's important to Eustace at the time? And knowing this game, it's like, no, he probably wants to be nicey's prosecutor, but I kind of wish that it could be, like, I don't know, more explicit, that, like, I don't know, like...
See, I would agree with that, except that then he goes to court and he's like, here's my debut as nicest prosecutor.
Yeah, totally. And it's like, you could still have bought a bit more time of Edgeworth not being sure. I don't know if this has to be the moment where he's like, oh, you have to, you know, purge yourself of your terrible father/father figure and then be nicest prosecutor. I don't know. It's meh.
Meh.
It's meh.
Meh.
But for Eustace, absolutely fantastic character arc. Arc of the time. Fucking phenomenal. Really, really, really good.
It, again, just makes me think how much they do other characters dirty in similar sorts of scenarios.
Yeah.
I can never give this game a win, because every time it does something well, it just makes me think of other times they could have done something well and then completely dropped the ball. Like, this in particular made me think, hey, remember when Francisca basically went through a very, very similar thing to this and had her emotional breakdown, but she, like, immediately turned it around to, like, try and turn it into something to grow stronger from, and then never was anything done with it ever again after that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this entire game, like, keeps being like, wow, this is similar to what Fran went through, and then, like, just shows her having a regression as a character instead of, like...
Like, it pans over to Francisca, and it's just like, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. That's never happened to me. And if it did happen to me, I would have done it better than that.
Yeah. But it didn't.
But it would
so...
never happen to me, because my father is flawless.
My father is flawless, and I am a woman, and therefore you'll never hear about this ever again.
I think it's cool mechanically too, because you can't. So many of these mind chess things are just really easy because you just look for one animation. But there's a specific focus on. You have to focus on the words that he's saying because he's always crying. He's always crying.
Oh, he's such
He's
a sad
always
boy.
crying.
Poor guy.
And it's cool. It's like there's no real mechanical stakes, but it is still probably the most difficult mind chess.
I
There's
did
no
almost lose.
real mechanical stakes. That boy's entire mental health is on the line.
That's narrative stakes.
It's mechanical to me.
The narrative is a mechanism.
And so, like, I mean, we've had 2 mind chesses per case the whole of this game. There's a chance this is the final boss of mind chess.
He has 5 chess pieces, by the way.
He has
Yeah.
5 chess pieces.
His defenses.
And it's kind of interesting because it's not like an adversarial kind of thing. I guess this is just how Edgeworth approaches every conversation that has stakes.
Yep.
Autism.
Kind of like me, I guess.
Hera.
I get that.
Devin.
Not always as, it's not always fighting. It's just sometimes you have a little, a little
You've got to tactically approach
Yeah.
how you're gonna navigate this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's
You have to
extremely
release people
normal,
from your mind past.
and that's why it's in this video game because it's a really normal thing to do.
That's why it's in this video game,
Most
because
normal man of all
Edgeworth
time,
is so
Edgeworth.
normal.
Yeah.
It's so normal.
so normal.
But yeah, I just wanted to highlight the mechanical side of that.
Yeah, it's really good because, like, everything that you're doing, there is no, like, one thing you say that stops Eustace from crying because he is spiraling so bad. I think the thing that I liked about it specifically is, like, when Edgeworth had gotten all of the information that he needed, he wasn't like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah, totally.
He specifically was like, I can't just leave him like this. Like,
and that's
he's so fucked
good.
up.
That's so
Yeah.
good.
Because
So
original
fucking good.
Edgeworth would absolutely never have done that.
I also really like a kind of detail in this where, like, I think it might have been in the last case where Edgeworth explicitly says to Eustace, like, when I'm correcting you, I'm not trying to take the piss out of you. I just want you to have the right information. And in this interaction, like, Edgeworth does correct him a few times. And it's really nice because Eustace is like, oh, I didn't know that. Thank you. Because no one's done that for him before. Verity didn't challenge him that much. I don't think she challenged him that much. I might be misremembering, and also because, like...
Not much, because I think Verity was very much like even though she did say that she cared for Eustace, she was still just doing what she was doing out of obligation to
Verity would say
Excelsius.
to, like, Edgeworth, oh, he means X. of
Yeah,
course.
that's right.
Whereas
right.
Edgeworth is saying, hey, just so you know, like, here's a piece of information about,
She
here's
was
the
also-
phrase that you're trying to think of.
Constantly throwing him under the bus for her own game.
Yeah,
also
she
that.
was.
Yeah, she was very much doing a not now, sweetie, the grown-ups are talking.
Yeah.
Remember when
which is
she
not
was
good.
cool?
God.
Yeah,
Bullying him!
Okay, but, like, look,
Yeah.
Look, my loyalties are torn in twain by sickly, horrible fail son and conniving, slightly evil woman.
Yeah.
So real.
And one of them they pulled off really well, and one of them they were like, she's mother now.
She's mother now. She's no longer conniving because of, being a woman. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I really like that because obviously, like Excelsius just never told Eustace that he was wrong. He just fixed it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's really good. I love it because as part of his absolutely horrendous crash out that he's having right now, Eustace is of the mindset that, like, literally everything I've done has never made me better as a prosecutor. Like,
Yeah.
this has been, like, such a dead end for me. Nothing about this is working. I'm never going to get better. And then Edgeworth is like, no, it's so incremental, but you are getting better at this. You just need someone to actually be nurturing you instead of just handing out free wins to you. And I'll happily be that person because I want you to be able to do good at what you're trying to achieve.
I think it's like so refreshing when so many of the prosecutors in this series are fucking prodigies or like really good at what they do, you know, and they're kind of intimidating. And like, yeah, I know you have to have like a, you know, antagonist who's competent enough to be a challenge and have a narrative stake or whatever, but like, I just think it's really nice to just be like, you don't have to be a fucking hotshot prodigy to do a fucking job. Like, it's fine. Not everyone has to have studied in Europe. Yeah, I like that a lot, and it really just flips that on its head, which we knew from the beginning because we already knew he was a fail son, but it's just like, I really like how they took it.
Edgeworth is the dad who stepped up.
Edgeworth is the dad who stepped up.
There's a bit at the very end of this where Eustace and Edgeworth are talking about, like, his outfit because his jacket that he's got is... What is it? It's like a varsity jacket.
The valedictorian jacket.
Valedictorian, that's it. That's the word. It's the valedictorian jacket, and he's like, well, I don't deserve this because it was just like a handout, and they eventually come to the conclusion where it's like, what if you did become the person that deserves it? And I'm convinced the reason that they did that is because it would have been too expensive to redraw his sprites without it. Because it's kind of insane to me that, like, the jacket that literally symbolizes every problem that you had with your father is like, nah, I'll keep that.
I'm reclaiming it.
Literally.
Okay. Okay, cool.
I reclaim this. It's so funny. Very good
he
writing.
tells us that he gave all the evidence to his dad.
Why was Excelsius not arrested?
It was this morning, so it was before we found everything out.
That's a good point, yeah.
Oh,
It's actually been like 1 hour since we got him arrested, so...
He managed to find a new wig real quick.
In prison.
Well, I have a question about this, because I thought only his beard was fake. Because when his hair, like, gets burnt, he has, like, little bits of hair underneath that implies that he weren't bald.
I think that might be, like, he is bald, but it's, like, hair loss rather than... You know, so he's got like sparse hair, so he wears a wig for
It's probably
everything.
it's probably just a different hairstyle than what we see because his hair is under the wig. But this is a mystery that will never reach the light of day.
Yeah.
How do you know the second half of this case isn't entirely about solving the mystery of Excelsius' hair loss?
God. Well, yeah, we're not a prosecutor anymore, so that sounds like the kind of thing we could investigate without getting arrested for obstructing justice.
Alright, we go back to the big building.
Big building!
Do we want to take a break?
Yeah, I was just
Ooh.
thinking that.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm full of snacks, and now I've got to get back into thinking about video games.
I've eaten half a punnet of grapes, which is the best snack of all.
Is there anything else where the word punnet is used? Because I've only ever heard it used for grapes.
Mushrooms.
All kinds of
Ah.
fruits and veggies. And mushrooms.
If it comes in a box, it's a punnet.
Really?
I see.
My punnet of eggs.
My punnet of Legos that I keep under my bed.
My punnet of Amazon delivery. I'm lying. I'm lying, I don't have that.
People do, though.
People do. People have their Amazon punnets. It's such a funny word. Because I always thought a punnet of grapes was a bunch of grapes, but it's not. It's that they come in a little box.
Yeah, I thought it was just another word for the bunch as well. I think that's why I was assuming it was only for grapes.
Grape
Okay.
exclusive.
I mean, it's like desiccation is special for coconuts.
That's not true at all.
Nope, it's coconut exclusive.
That's always what I heard growing up, even though it just means like a dried thing.
Mm-hmm.
As you were saying, I was like, yeah, desiccation also applies to grapes. It's how you make raisins.
Yeah,
That's what I thought you were
But
going to say.
it was
And then you
like
said
it was like the
coconut,
thing.
and I was like, excuse me?
It was like the thing people always would say growing up as like a fun tidbit. The word desiccation is only used for coconuts and mummies, and I was like, I
No
don't
one
think
has
that's true.
ever said that, ever. I don't believe
I've heard
it.
people say that multiple times.
No, it's
God.
not. Desiccated corpse is one of the most normal phrases of all time.
Literally.
You heard it here first, folks.
I use it every day.
I'm always talking about desiccated corpses.
Every day I'm thinking about the desiccated corpse.
Look.
Where? What am I looking at?
Look at the corpse.
Look at the corpse. Welcome back to Turnabout Breakdown.
Everyone,
We're
stop
looking
what
at
you're
the
doing.
corpse
Take
together.
5 seconds today to look at the corpse.
We need to remember that
We're
we're here
not
to
looking at the
investigate a
corpse.
murder, not a kidnapping. Look at the corpse.
I don't
and
know
its
what
mustard
the
stain.
fuck we're investigating right now.
We're not even a prosecutor. Why are we here?
We're just making sure that justice is served in the case of Fifi Lagarde.
Yeah, not our job, by the way.
Well, our job right now is to look after Eustace, and Eustace's job is to make sure that justice is served in the case of Fifi Lagarde.
So as soon as we leave the courtroom, I start doing some assumptive thinking. Because considering how this game does themes, I had the sneaking suspicion that there is a possibility that Fifi Lagarde is Eustace's mum. Which I think is possible. I don't think it's likely. I just think it's a possibility. But we've never known someone to have 2 parents in this game, so...
That is
Literally
also
never
That's
happened.
true.
It's because boys have dads and children and women have moms, apparently.
It's strange, right?
But anything could happen. We've got another 3.5 hours to go or something, so...
I think everyone just reproduces asexually in the Ace Attorney universe.
Nah, that's just the judges.
They mold them out of clay.
Like a golem?
Yeah. Like a homunculi.
Every single day, every single episode.
Every single day, every single episode, I think about the desiccated corpse.
The normal sentence that we love to say.
I'm trying to figure out, how much of the break I'm going to have to leave in for context on that. And the answer is it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense
fucking
anyway.
So we are back at the big building and we go to the roof because we had
Just have a look.
we cannot miss this because we meet the second character of all time.
Very
Well,
different kind
we
of
go
character
down
full
into the
time.
storeroom
Yeah.
first. Because we get to look at everything with K in
Mhm.
K mode.
Yeah.
We are like, okay, Sebastian is probably going to go and find, where his dad might have put the evidence. So we follow him to the big building, and then we realise he went up to the hatch.
Oh, because he comes out of the big building as we get there.
Yeah, and he just runs the fuck away from us.
Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah, we go up, we find the hatch, we go down the hatch
Yeah.
into the storage room.
Find a safe.
Did anyone look around here?
Yeah, I looked at everything.
You look at a big pile of money, and Edgeworth's like, Kay, you can't steal this. And she's like, stealing money is all the rage these days between thieves. And I'm kind of a hipster. I'm the hipster thief, the Yatagarasu. You probably haven't heard of me. And then you can look at everything else with her also. Learn about Mrs. Monkey.
Mrs. Monkey.
Results in a mild K sexism moment.
Uh-oh. Okay,
She just says she thinks it should be called Mr. Monkey because Mr. Monkey sounds cooler than Mrs. Monkey.
It's fucked up.
Nonsensical.
What is...
Alright, no one else has anything to touch in this room?
No.
Yeah.
Mm.
The only
Okay,
reason
well,
we
we
go
go
there
to
is to
the
be like,
safe.
well, we found all the evidence of Bronco's murder, except the knife isn't here, so we're fucked.
The safe is open, because presumably Eustace opened it, and we assume that the safe belongs to Excelsius, because this is his little hiding room. And there's some evidence in there. There's a letter from Fifi Lagarde to Excelsius. Does anyone have what it says to hand? Because I do not.
It says we know each other, which is the key thing, really. And
Yeah, it's like
Isn't it
I'm
fucked
gonna
that Cadence is here?
interrogate Bronco because we found out that Bronco
Yeah.
is the person that's playing correspondence chess with Canis. It kind of makes it sound like there's more going on here, which kind of throws into question the circumstances around how Bronco died in the first place.
Mm.
But I don't know about that. It happened. She's in trial for it right now, but I don't know. Maybe there's more to it. There's also Bronco's possessions. There's his chessboard, and there's a ring in here.
Oh.
It's the same ring. It's the same ring.
Same ring as which ring, Hera?
As the Paul Halik ring. Paul Theory has returned.
We're back,
Is
baby.
Paul Halik some kind of like a mantle that travels between people and lives within the ring? There's like some kind of spirit that makes you really good at sculpture.
It slowly consumes your body and turns you into Paul Halik.
It's the
That's why the
same
chisel went missing.
ring. It's the same ring.
It's the same ring. What can we assume based on Bronco Knight having the Paul Halik ring?
I can assume some things.
Like what?
I think that this means that Bronco Knight is Paul Halik's son, or
I'm on
Artie
board with this.
Frost's son.
I'm fully on
He
board
would have
with
been
this
8
theory,
years
Hera.
old at the time of that case, which about lines up. What does this mean?
What does this mean?
Couldn't tell you.
I'm going to be honest, I've got a feeling what it means is going to be inconsequential, and it's just a means of making sure that there is a through line from case 1 to case 4. Or 5. What, is it 5 in this one?
Yeah, we're on 5.
I don't know. I think there's more to it than this, but we'll get to it, I guess.
It's up to you. It's your theory.
We'll get to it. We've got a lot of theorizing to do,
Someone's saying this.
but this is where I and Ro have landed for why it's the same ring. We get to leave this room of our own volition, which is maybe the first time we've done this in this entire game.
Yeah. And it only happened like once in the first game as well, I think.
You've been reading
It
about
happens a bunch in the first game. Because there's that one section in the end of the plane trial where you can go fucking wherever.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I feel like maybe in the prison you got to do this. I don't know if we ever saw the Green Arrow though.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like I don't remember seeing that green arrow for a long while.
Which is wild. It's the whole premise of the game is that we get to walk around. We can't walk around between rooms. It's not allowed.
visual novel, heavy on the novel.
And you can't go back either. Like, that's it. It's just a Green Arrow fan service. There's someone up on the roof. Do you want to talk about who it is, Devon?
Ah, the other character of all time.
It's like a cotton candy trader, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
is
it's
it
the guy from the
one?
last case.
Yeah, could be. It's a man with a virtuous heart who has principles and he sticks with them, and I fucking respect that. It's Shelley DeColor. He's still holding ice cream.
It would have been really good if they changed his sprite so it was candy floss instead.
Yeah, I really wish they did, but alas, no.
How do you approach cotton candy with a virtuous heart?
He'd find a way. He kind of just repeats what he said in the first half of the case, which is that, like, whoa, what's going on? There's some things afoot. And also, Canis has escaped. So,
Yeah, just casually dropping that one there.
He implies that Canis is the guy who hired him to kill the president, and he said that that contract is now elapsed, so he isn't doing it, and also that it was done under some kind of, like, false pretenses. So he went to visit Canis at the prison, and Canis had already escaped 3 days ago. No, the murder happened 2 days ago.
And
Maybe.
we're just never
Probably not
told
related.
about this.
When we think the murder happened was 2 days ago.
Could you imagine if Fifi found out that Canis had escaped?
oh god.
Probably be pretty scared.
Yeah.
Hera, do you think this game is going to end with, like, a showdown between Dekilla and Canis?
I don't know. It's either gonna be Canis like corners us somehow and the killer like saves us and then disappears like in the like really cool like in the plane case. I guess there's 2 plane cases now that I've said it twice, referring to different cases. The first case of this game.
Oh shit, yeah.
Or we're never gonna see him again.
I think we're gonna buy ice cream from him at the end of the game.
Oh! Because the thing is if we're not a prosecutor, we don't have to get him sent to jail, so we can just hang out with him. He can be the Yatagarasu third person.
Sure.
He
yeah.
kills people justice style, just like what Edgeworth thought he was doing for years.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
exactly.
They're
They're men
literally
of
the same
virtuous
person.
hearts.
I feel like there's an implication here that Canis is like the big bad that we're chasing down, and I really want to reject it.
Yeah.
Something about it doesn't seem right.
Reject it in what way?
Well, it seems like the game is trying to point me towards this, and I feel like it's a red herring. It's not really a red herring because, like, he's involved, but I don't think he's the killer.
No, this is the killer.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to do it.
And also, like, Canis did say something about there being a miscarriage of justice in case 2. So maybe he did really get set up, and he's being set up again. Who could say?
Who could say?
I mean, he probably killed those people, to be clear. But,
I mean, he's
Still an
definitely
assassin.
killed people. Yeah.
yeah.
He's not just a guy with a dog who likes chess.
Yeah.
Or maybe he is, who could say?
Well, he is those things too.
He contains multitudes.
And then the killer leaves all cool, like,
Yeah.
and our phone rings?
Yeah, we go down to the street and then our phone rings.
Except it's not our phone.
It's not our phone.
It's Gavel's phone because she gave us her phone.
It's got a Taurosaurus key, like a little charm thing.
Cute.
It's cute.
And a little red hand strap.
This is where I was like, oh, here's what the fuck happened. Where someone speaks to us. We don't know who that is.
They have a really weird cadence.
Yes. And this is where I started theorizing. And I feel like I imagine Hera probably did too.
What I feel like the person on the phone talks in a way that reminds me kind of Eddie Fender, but he's on literally in court right now. So it's probably not him. But they have kind of like a familiarity about the way they talk.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like a casual cadence.
It reminded me a lot of the way that Bronco Knight talks.
Interesting.
But I don't know if it can be Bronco Knight, which led me to my second option, which was Carmelo Gusto. But I don't remember... Carmelo Gusto's cadence was really inconsistent throughout the case that he was in, because it felt like it was so different when you meet him as Gregory Edgeworth versus when you meet him as Miles Edgeworth. So whether or not I could equate the two, I can't say with confidence, but it did really make me think of Bronco Knight initially.
Well,
But
what
that-
if
I know that guy
they
is supposed to be dead.
sound like Carmelo Gusto because
'Cause it's
they
Carmelo
are
Gusto's son.
related to Carmelo Gusto?
Entirely possible.
But if that's the case, then why do they have a need for a voice changer?
A voice changer implies it's someone that we know.
Yeah.
But it's entirely possible that someone we know is Carmelo Gusto's son, and we just haven't connected the dots yet.
Maybe. How many other people do we know who are 24 years old?
Fuck.
I mean, how many other people have we met in this game that haven't shown up in this case so far?
I feel like I need to see a list of all the characters and look at who is 21.
24.
24, sorry.
Don't worry about why she said 21.
Don't worry about why she said 21.
What does this mysterious phone person have to tell us?
Look, you fucking idiot. You rescued the wrong kidnappee. Go find the other one. I took
I
him.
got him, by the way.
Also says, I don't give a fuck about the trial because Excelsius tried to kidnap Sean to force the outcome of the trial. And this kidnapper just took advantage. Or simply wasn't taking advantage, just happened to kidnap Sean at the same time.
Yeah.
For some reason. Motives unclear at this point.
Yeah, Edgeworth says, like, I don't know what this person's goal is, but they clearly isn't the same as Excelsius, and that's all we get.
Helpful.
Also, there's a large bang at the end of the... It sounds like he gets shot.
It does sound like he gets shot.
Yeah,
Sean
that's
was
what
packing
I
heat.
straight up thought he was just shooting a 13-year-old.
Sean just had a gun. Fought back. I thought they were going to do the we need an electronics expert thing to bring Gumshoe back here, and they didn't. Instead, what happens is Kay decides to scream. Oh, no, first they find that the fucking badge is where a bug has been planted, because whoever it was listening in on Edgeworth's conversation with Gavel in the detention centre this morning? Yesterday.
This morning.
This morning. And the only thing he had on him was this Yatagarasu badge.
This is really funny because when this happened, I wrote Chekhov's pin, and I genuinely forgot that this is what it was.
This is stupid.
Why is it stupid?
Because the badge would fall off.
What do you mean?
If there's a secret compartment inside of the badge that's only accessible by removing the cover of the badge, then there's nothing keeping the cover of the badge to Kay's scarf. Because only the pin section is being held together by
It
the
might be
pin.
like a little tiny divot and
Maybe
a
there's,
little
yeah,
latch.
like
A little bit of glue in there.
Maybe it's magnetic.
It could be magnetic. It could be you push it in. There's like a clip on the seam.
Sadly, the power of the Nintendo DS did not have space to render a tiny little thing.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a bug in there.
Ah!
Another cool kind.
Not the cool kind of bug.
Oh, the cool kind of bug.
This one was pretty cool if you were Tabby Lloyd, who, for a few minutes, it implies that she's the mastermind, and I was like, oh, that's going to be funny in the episode, and then immediately afterwards they're like, no, I'm pretty sure it wasn't her, I'm pretty sure she was just listening in.
Because Kay screams into it, and
Says, hey,
Tabby is
jerk
actively
face.
listening. Yeah.
Hey, jerk face. This person that kidnapped a child. I would not be calling them jerk face. I think I'd be using more colourful language, but sadly, this is a teen game, so. Remember when Lang called that guy a bastard? Bring that back.
No.
It was in.
Yeah,
You
Not
did that?
once.
I
We
must
got
have
one
blocked it
swear.
out of my mind. It was too harrowing.
Oh, God. Uncouth words. Awful. I think he calls Alba a bastard, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
So we scream into the thing, and yeah, Tabby's like, owie.
Hmm.
Then we realise
Owie.
that she didn't even look at the picture when we showed her to be like, have you seen this kid? So she only saw what's-his-face getting kidnapped. Eustace getting kidnapped, and she didn't know jack shit about fucking Sean, so I think Simeon and Regina show up to tell us about fireworks.
Also, Gumshoe is here?
Gumshoe's crawling around on the floor.
He
Yeah.
loves doing that.
Get therapy. Please. My dude. Please.
There's a big emotional moment here, which I'm not going to get into because I just don't care about Gumshoe. I'm sorry. And then he gives us a bunch of evidence. He says that they did forensic analysis on Kay's clothes, and she was hit with a sleep agent called 3Zs.
3Zs.
They also checked the videotape from the camera on the roof of the big building, and there's no footage of Kay and the raincoat person arriving.
How did they get there?
Now,
We also don't know
I
how the
have formed
president left
a
the room.
theory about this.
Mm.
I'm giving you my theories piecewise here, so I don't do them all at the end. I think that the eye of the Torosaurus was in fact the spotlight of a helicopter, and the helicopter was arriving with the person, the raincoat, and Kay, and then left with the president.
It's possible, but I don't even think Lotta is stupid enough to confuse a helicopter high beam with the eye of a 50-foot tall cow monster.
Lotta might not be that stupid, but can the writing be that stupid?
She's adamant that the president doesn't come down into that room.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a helicopter got a president off the roof, but whether that was... I mean, it's entirely possible that the helicopter could have also just been carrying the head of the Torosaurus for whatever reason. We know he's a really big fan of the movies.
The whole head, it's big.
Yeah, it's big.
And helicopter's small.
Could have been a really, really big Chinook.
It could be a fucked
It's
up
not
helicopter.
that big of a roof.
We've had fucked up planes.
Do you think the helicopter like hovered off the side of the building and had to like jump?
Yeah, he had to run and jump and grab a rope ladder.
Had to press A real quick.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my theory. You're all making fun of it, but you'll see.
And it's entirely... I am not holding out the possibility for the game to be that stupid. I just think that if it is true, it's stupid.
Why is that stupid?
I just think it's dumb. How would you write that a character managed to confuse the lights of a helicopter for a giant fucking cow monster?
She said she only saw the eye. I can't overstate this enough. She only
It's
saw
an
the eye.
eye.
People thought a giant samurai balloon was a fucking sea monster. Like, this is very possible in universe.
Yeah, but you saw the picture they used for that. That was like from 500 feet away in total darkness.
This is more to explain away why we never saw the president leave, and also we never saw Kay arrive.
We never saw the president leave because he jumped.
There was a flying whirlybird.
Where
If he
the-
jumped, he would have been paste.
The hot dog broke his fall.
And the hot dog turned to paste. Okay, alright, yeah.
No, the hot
The hot dog is the ultimate impact
Was
absorber.
obliterated on impact. Yeah.
This is the mystery that I want to figure out personally, okay, is why the fuck is there mustard on the front of his suit? I don't give a shit about anything else right now. That's the thing I want answered.
I think I have two theories as to why this might be.
Tell
but
me
we'll
your
get to
mustard
it.
theories right now, Hara.
No, there will be a time and place.
What do you mean? This is the place!
I really want to say my theories, but I genuinely don't know what is memory and what is just speculation, so I just have to keep my mouth shut. So, Jay, you're going to get some
Yeah,
messages.
you're not allowed to do theories. You're too close to the source
I
material,
know.
though.
I know all the hot dog lore.
Keeper of the hot dog
I'm
lord.
the keeper of the hot dog lore.
My favorite Dark Souls boss.
Really got me. The way you said it was so good.
Rubbing their hands together mischievously.
Doesn't Gumshoe talk about Sean being garbage?
Yeah. They put him in the bin, and then the bin people
Yeah.
just took him away.
Well, okay, there's a crate sitting in front of the... It's like a plastic crate with, like, the teeth that... You know where you've got the lid that's in two parts and it's got teeth that fit together?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those.
There's one of those in front of the door when we see the picture. I don't know how we have access to this picture.
We'll
It's just we
assume
have a
it was
cycling
little thief
link
kind of
to
thing.
this garbage area. But we see there's a big crate like that in front of it, and that's probably where he is. Notably, the truck that took him away was the truck that was there when we were there earlier, so we could have saved him.
Mr.
Yeah.
Policeman, you had all the clues.
We had all the clues.
That box looks suspicious. Probably not a kid in there, though. It's not a normal thing to happen.
And also, Simeon and Regina are here. They did not, in fact, help. They went to the carnival.
Hey, that turned out to be useful. I'm sure they knew that all along.
They had a little fun.
They were like, we went to the Sunshine Coliseum and there was a big festival happening there and they were setting off fireworks during the day and it was so fun. We had so much fun.
Have you
That's
heard
so
any
much
weird
fun.
fireworks that might help you out?
It didn't make my pet monkey freak the fuck out.
Money can handle
Money is so
anything.
well trained, yeah.
Anyway, I looked at a map of the surrounding area maybe 2 hours ago in real time. So I've got some feelings about where we are and where Sean is. If you look at this map, first of all, every area in the surrounding area is named after some kind of time of day except the big building.
Yeah.
There's like Sunset Avenue and like there's two garbage disposal places. Only two places on the map have images, which are the big building and the Sunshine Coliseum. So immediately I was like, he's probably at the Sunshine Coliseum. And this was not correct, but it was close enough, I think, because the deduction here is that he's at one of the two garbage places and it's the one next to the Sunshine Coliseum. But you can look at this map really early and it is not relevant until this exact moment.
Not important.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares about the city and what it looks like?
So we send Gumshoe. Gumshoe begs us to give him an order. He's like, I don't like it when you ask me to do things. You have to order
He
me.
is perpetuating this horrible dynamic all by himself.
Yeah, there's a moment that you have before you give him an orders where he is like, oh, I thought if you weren't going to be a prosecutor anymore, I shouldn't be a detective either. And then I was like, finally, he's coming to some positive realizations about his life. Then immediately his next sentence is, but I was wrong. Even if you're not around, I'll always be a detective. Why, dude?
Yeah,
You
why?
hate this.
You aren't getting paid enough and you hate it.
Well, he's using his like departmental resources to conduct his own investigations.
I don't fucking understand that.
So he's probably going to get fired soon, so don't worry about it.
But he's fireproof. Like, this is the third, fourth time someone might try and fire him, maybe? I don't know if this guy can be
Yeah.
fired. He's a side character in a
I'll
video
figure
game.
out a way.
Anyway, we send him to go find Sean and we decide to go back to court.
We also, Kay is like, I'm gonna go save Sean because I said I was gonna steal him back. So we go to court alone.
Whoa, where's our weird girl? Turns out, we're the weird girl in court.
Once again, we're the weird girl.
I'm kind of sad that Eustace wasn't a weird girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're at
We
court.
go to court and ruin Fran's fucking day.
Excelsius is in the witness stand, and it's not really working out when we get there because they don't have anything.
Because they are not the protagonist of a video game.
Fran is upset.
Understandable. She's like, get the
Eddie
fuck out of my
is
court
Eddie.
case. Again.
Well, she's not really. She's like, it's kind of okay if you're here. And everyone is like, yeah, it's kind of okay if you're here, except Excelsior is like, this is not allowed.
Which, he's right.
Well, we've had random people sitting in the prosecutor, but not the defendant's stand
They're an assistant.
for 3 video
And
games.
yeah, well, none of this is allowed. This is ridiculous.
We can be an assistant.
But we weren't.
Francisca, make us an assistant right now.
Give me a different badge.
That would make sense, but what actually happens is Francisco walks out, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, and we become
She's
the
like, okay,
prosecutor?
whatever, this is not my problem anymore.
She doesn't walk out until later.
Oh, really? Okay.
She does like a big handoff to
Eustace?
to character. Yeah.
He has 2 names and you use neither of them.
He is character is the thing. He's so character.
He is character.
I was trying to shield it because we don't do a big summary at the start of the episode where we explain everything that happens.
Yeah, we gotta not reveal the spoilers because people who are listening to this podcast clearly have never played the game.
Yeah. But yeah, you sort of take her place for a little bit while she's standing right next to you, and you're like, and Excelsius is like, you can't touch me, I'm untouchable.
Also, this isn't a democracy. Okay.
And then someone else turns up.
My boy!
Oh,
Someone we've never mentioned.
Oh, the boy.
He's got his own
Eustace is here.
theme
He has a
music
new
now.
animation and a theme. He sheds like a single defiant tear.
Mhm.
He's
He looks to
become
the
so
sky in
strong.
hope. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's on the left now because he's a good guy.
Yay!
Eustace Winner has become communist.
Fuck yes, fuck yes. If only. So he comes in and like his dad kind of says something to him and he literally cowers from him. Scary.
Yeah.
Then after about 3 minutes, wait, is this when they find Sean?
Yeah.
Well, Eustace has to stand up to his dad first.
Oh yeah. He basically tells his dad to shut the fuck up because he's the worst and that he's gonna be a prosecutor and he's gonna take on this fucking case because it's his case and he can do a good job.
When Francisca hands the case back over to Eustace, she says the line, "Facing down your own father, this won't be easy. I'll be looking on with interest." And that just made me really mad.
Yeah.
You of all people.
Eustace has some evidence.
Oh.
It's trash.
We do find Sean before he presents his evidence because that's why Gavel is like, okay,
Right.
well,
Yeah.
I'm not being blackmailed anymore, so let's do a real trial.
That's right. There's like a real triumphant picture of Kay and Gumshoe escorting Sean out of the dump, and Sean just looks so bored. He really is 13 years old.
Life in a day.
Just like, oh god, another Tuesday. Now Gavel is like, oh, I've got strength in my hammer arm again. She's about to start smashing skulls.
If
and
only.
then everyone decides to like trust Eustace to do his job, which is so
Yay.
Fran steps back. Edra's like, you've got this. Meanwhile, we are still the protagonist of a video game, so we still interact with everything.
There was a moment where Eustace speaks in like green text to like signify it's like to signify that you've got to pick something from the evidence thing, but for some reason I thought that we were playing as Eustace, and I got really excited.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That
He
would've
should
been
be a
really cool.
protagonist.
He should. Edra's had his moment.
Spin off.
Spin off.
So he's like, I couldn't find the evidence, but I did go to the dump, and we see the most heart-wrenching fucking, like,
It's
picture of him
so
digging through the
good.
trash. And he looks
It's so good.
absolutely, like, desperate and wild and just horrified and sad, and oh my god, it's so good. So he's literally walked straight from there to here. He smells like shit. He's got a lump of grey that is the only evidence he could find. His dad, it's just like, you smell like shit, you're a fucking loser and you're an idiot. And Eustace is like, no, you smell like shit, and it's the best
It's
fucking
so
moment of my
good.
entire life. Go sick on him. Kill your
Get his
father.
ass. Kill your dad.
Kill your dad. Oh, and Excelsius does not have the power of the Nintendo DS, so he doesn't know shit about this grey lump. We, however, we can observe all angles of this piece of lump. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
What do we see?
It's one of Canis's bells wrapped in newspaper.
And which part of this is useful to us?
It's the newspaper. It's got handprint on it of Cool Glove.
Handprint of letters, actually, of Cool Glove.
Of Death Glove.
And welcome back to the Theory Zone.
Okay.
this cool glove and this newspaper have yellow on it.
Oh.
I put this together as well, that this could have been the mustard, but they just refer to this yellow as dirt the whole time, and it does not look like
looks kind
dirt.
of like oil, I guess.
It doesn't look like dirt when it's on the president.
It could be. It's yellow.
It'd be so fucking cool if you looked over the president's body and he had the letters for death embedded in his chest where he died.
That's cool as hell. That's how I want to go.
Yeah.
Well, the dirt is like only on the palm, sadly.
Yeah, there's also some like flecks of white shards. I don't know what those are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always used to mention that.
Yeah. No one brings that up. They could be like little bits of broken glass or something. I don't know.
They seem great. I personally think they are bits of concrete.
Yeah, that makes sense. Which would probably have something to do with the dinosaur footprints.
Yeah, and we know he's got a big sledgehammer.
We do know he's got a big sledgehammer, but could you make dinosaur footprints with a sledgehammer with that level of precision?
If you get a giant cookie cutter and then hit that with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen anything that's cookie cutter shaped yet.
True.
It is kind of weird that nobody knows how the footprints for Torosaurus got there. And it also strikes me as weird that Excelsius Winner would do that.
Hmm.
Well, he's a weird guy.
He is a weird guy. He's a bit of an eccentric. But, like, drawing the connection between Excelsius Winner killing the president and Excelsius Winner manually hammering out the footprints for the Torosaurus on the scene of the set.
Well, maybe
is
he had his
difficult.
guys do it.
No, it's more just like doing the one thing I get, doing the footprints thing. What's the justification for doing that? Because you're not going to be
it's
convincing
obviously-
anyone that he got killed by Torosaurus.
Literally
Well,
convinced
that's
3
why,
people
obviously.
that that's what happened. This is a very superstitious world.
Yeah, I mean, ghosts are real.
Ghost is real.
Then so is Torosaurus. You could spin that easy. Look, the truth is what you make it.
So true. And if the truth is it was Monster.
Then it was Monster. Anyway, that's that theory. It's either that or it's just gold from, like, the ring on the model. Like the nose ring.
Or just yellowy dirt.
Yeah.
Or maybe return to hot dog theory.
I think it's hot dogs, yeah. I like the hot dog theory best. Because this game has had a fascination with the blue-collar guy behind the stall at the festival that's just slinging burgers.
Oh, you think it was him?
I mean, not that guy specifically. I just mean there is a lot this game says. Not says. There's a lot of times this game draws attention to food stalls.
I see. So this is our big gotcha that Excelsius interfered with evidence with the Bronco Knight case. He's in big trouble now. And then we say, okay, we gotta break to find this evidence, and that's it.
That's it.
Well, then Lang shows up, tells us again about how 12 years ago his family got fucked over for some fucking reason.
He says, are you familiar with the SS5 incident? No, we're fucking not.
I got so sick I got so frustrated when he said that.
Do you two want to talk a bit more about that?
I'm so fed up of like this entire franchise seems to have an obsession with like recapturing DL6. And sometimes it does it well, sometimes it does it just fine. But this is like the 5th or 6th time they've had to do, oh, remember this case from my past that haunts me still. Like, fucking get over it. No, I just think it's like they did it once really well, and every subsequent time they do it, they are retreading old ground.
I don't know, like, if I can be completely honest, I don't know if they did it that well the first time, to be honest.
Fair enough,
about
but
that one.
Like, even if you think they did do DL6 not that great, do you think that any of these subsequent attempts to do it have been any better?
iOS 7 was fine, because we got to be there.
I think the thing for me is that, like, I think they did do this one successfully, which was 1.5, right? So they went straight from one to the other. And then, like, I think that if you're gonna run it back, doing it once is, like, that is your thematic exploration. And then after that, you're, like, just kind of doing it for the sake of doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Not that you couldn't do it more than
1.5
once,
was
but,
good.
like, in this case, they are clearly just doing it to, like, add yet more plot points.
But they've been working this one since case 2 of this game because of the like Canis stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they worked it a little bit more because we've got the 12 years ago incident with Ringer. So like I kind of get it, but like we've done so much bullshit in this case already.
Yeah, that's been a lot of plates.
There's something really weird, I feel like, where this case doesn't feel like a finale to me, because like all of the way all the characters from previous cases are showing up doesn't feel like a culmination of anything. It feels like a filler episode.
Kinda, yeah. And like a filler episode, specifically the kind of filler episode where they like make reference to things that are going on in the main plot, just so you know it's still like part of the narrative, but it could entirely be cut out because everything that's going on is self-contained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know we're only doing like the first half of this case, question mark.
They're gonna really bring it in part 2, don't you worry, Harry.
So yeah, like maybe I'll be fine the second time. But the fact that this gets introduced literally at this moment, maybe Matt, we could have
This gave me
gotten it faster.
huge end of the last game vibes where like you do a whole thing about Shinar and like that is like half of that case, and then you do a completely separate case with Alba. Kind of what's happening here to me.
That's true.
It's not even a case with Alba, it's just yelling at a guy in a room for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Well, at least in that you had like the two halves of the embassy. There was like they were juggling that a little bit. Whereas this week kind of just been running around looking for a child.
Well,
And I'm not saying that's not important.
this was like a lot more of not necessarily tying up, but like following up on threads that have happened earlier in the game, like Lagarde and like Gavel. Not that they went well, but that kind of stuff. And now we're like solving the murder that happened in this case, right?
Yeah, but I think the thing is that
Yeah.
it's been so clear that all of the other cases have been trying to lay groundwork for what goes on in this, but I just feel like it hasn't really done a very good job. Like, I don't care about Lagarde. As soon as that case was over, I stopped thinking about her and I was ready to meet the next villain that we were going to get introduced to. I think the only thing that I was a little bit intrigued in was like Frost and Gusto's children. Because I was like, it seems so out of character for this game to talk about characters and then not show them. Because in all other instances, they're always very on the nose with the stuff that they're planning to set up for future cases. And like, I just feel like whatever groundwork they laid is either not interesting or just really tenuous. It feels
They
kind
had
of
too much on their
haphazardly
plate.
done. Yeah, it just feels like they had all of these different things. They wanted to just find a way of making a grand finale tie into literally every other thing that's been going on for this entire game, but it really didn't feel like it needed to, because what it's led to is just this case being extremely bloated in terms of what it needs to cover, because they've just got too many
this case could
things
have
going on.
been the trial of Excelsius instead of Lagarde. And then we could have cut out Lagarde, we could have cut out Simeon and Regina. Probably not a lot of the other stuff, but you know, I felt like we needed to slim it down a bit.
Well, half of it to go.
Half of it to go. Can't help but notice when I saved at the end of this act, it still said beginning and not middle.
It is like directly in the middle, both on the transcript and the videos, so
Yeah,
I don't really know
I
what
did
that's
see
about.
it. I think I've covered all my theories.
Bro?
I think I have 2, except for the one theory that I kept mentioning throughout my notes.
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Oh, you mean the theory that this game hates women?
Not really a theory. Honestly.
Yeah, that's
Confirmed.
not really a theory.
Text.
That was kind of the joke of that in my notes. Every time something blatantly misogynistic happened, I wrote, I'm developing a theory that this game hates women. Eustace, in this case, is written with so much more care and consideration and thought than any other character, like woman or man. It's clear that the focus of this game was his arc. Well, not the focus of the game entirely, but definitely this case, or at least this half of the case, was his arc. He's also the one on the front cover for this case. But all it did was make me think of how many times they've introduced a female character and just done absolutely nothing with them, or made them so tertiary to everything that's going on. It serves to evidence that this game feels like women are props compared to how men are treated for the majority of it. It feels so strange. Like, I'm thinking a lot about Judy Bound and Delicia Scone in the previous case and their roles. It felt like Judy Bound only existed because of her connection to Samson Tangaroa, and Delicia Scone was literally just a plot point to move things along. It's so, like, blatant in some regards that it almost feels like parody. like this game is making reference to how bad the writing for women characters was in the original Ace Attorney trilogy by making women characters bad. It's so strange to me. But, like, the only character that was written in a compelling way was Verity. And then they did all that shit they did in the
was so
Mind
bad.
Chess. Like, it was such a downturn from what had originally been, like, a really interesting, compelling, antagonistical force. And then just completely trivializing that by making her, like, a sympathetic, doting mother figure. Which is just, like, so fucking lame. And the only other female character who has, like, an interesting narrative arc is Francisca, who they literally do absolutely nothing with in the case that's literally about, like, parenthood. And, like, this entire game
The whole of this game, to be
the whole
real.
of this game is about, like, parenthood and, like, the treatment fathers give their children. And Franziska, daughter of Manfred von Karma, is completely shafted for this entire conversation. Like, it's kind of wild how much she is not involved in this case, considering how pertinent her backstory is to, like, every single one of the themes that's getting brought up. But it's just because this game doesn't want to make it about women.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I actually think the thing with Franziska is, like, if you look at how Edgeworth's arc has been treated, it's actually been pretty shallow, especially around stuff with Manfred, and I feel like it's just
agreed,
much
actually,
more obvious with Franziska because she's not given anything else either.
Yeah. The thing is like Edgeworth always has, like, Edgeworth gets his redemption arc, or not redemption arc in this, but like his way of reframing his past, because his actual biological father was like a stand-up man, but like, you know, in the, you know, as we're shown, and like Fran doesn't have that. She doesn't have like, oh well, at least, you know, my other parent was fine, because you can only have one parent in this universe. And it just never gets fucking resolved.
I think the one parent thing also, like, contributes to that underlying misogyny, like the fact that Manfred von Karma offhandedly mentions that he has a wife as in, like, one sentence in case 3, and then it's never, like, relevant ever again after that. And it's the same with, like, Winston Payne's hot wife. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same with Eustace, like Excelsior's wife.
Where's Ammon?
Don't worry about it.
Oh my god, like, literally, Hera, I literally forgot she was in this game.
She just
I
wandered
am
off.
so mad. Like, I was saying earlier that I think it would have been good for Kay to take a back step to introduce another character, because Kay's arc felt pretty conclusively shut by the end of the last case. And while I was talking about, like, all the themes of parenthood and stuff like that, I was like, you know, Emma has some really interesting stuff to explore because of her relationship with her sister. Because her sister is basically, like, her carer. But, like, considering everything that went through in 1.5, it's so wild that it's never really talked about again, considering that Emma is in this game. And also there's a lot of stuff going on with, like, chief prosecutors and stuff like that. It just seems like such a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I think this goes as far as Kay as well, because, again, we're talking about two things. We're talking about dads and we're talking about prosecutors. And it's like, well, Kay also should be in this conversation.
Yeah, totally.
True.
But instead we need to have the
Amnesia episode.
the Tabby Lloyd show.
I
I feel like we're sorry to bring up One Piece on this show, but we're in the One Pieceification of this franchise, where they're just, like, so afraid of letting go of characters that are resolved so that they can actually focus on the characters that should be focused on.
Yeah.
And so we have, like, 50 characters in this, and we do something with, like, maybe 2 of them.
Why is Larry Butts in this game?
I was so scared he was going to show up in this case.
Well, we still got
We
time.
still got time.
Oh.
There's still time.
There is still time.
Stay in line for Larry Truthers.
It was just, when you're on the roof and there's this fucking, like, paint thinner next to a fucking radiator, I was like, that's so fucking Larry energy. Good God. I'm so scared, gang.
What if it's him? What if he's the
What
villain?
if he's the villain? What if
he's
he
the
was trying to
would
date
be
the
fun.
president and accidentally killed him? He went on the roof with him because that's what he does when he's into people, and then accidentally killed him.
Can't be true. We know Larry is straight.
I think the only reason I'm so, like, on the warpath about this at this point is because, like, even though there wasn't particularly any good writing for women, even in the, like, first cases of this game. It wasn't at the point where it lost my goodwill thinking that it could be done in a later case. And now we've gotten to the point where I'm just like, yeah, they're not only are they going to not write any compelling women characters, they're going to take previously well-written women characters and then make them into what they did to Verity Gabel.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
We all remember what happened to Adrian. Yeah, exactly. Like, here was this, like, really interesting character, and then she's just a clumsy woman. Fantastic. Great writing.
Oh, man.
She's just a clumsy, incompetent woman, just like the rest of them. It's like, for fuck's sake, stop doing this to your characters.
I can't wait until we can play Of the Devil instead of Ace Attorney.
All right.
Woo!
Is that it?
I think that's it.
Woo!
Woo!
Woo.
Podcast.
Woo, yahoo, yippee!
We've podded that cast.
We potted the fuck out of that cast.
So next time we finish,
God.
Next time we finish.
God.
we ace that investigation.
We
Attorney.
aced that attorney's investigation.
God. I'm not ready.
For this to end or for Apollo Justice to start?
I think for this to end, but I'm also so ready for Apollo Justice to start. Oh my god.
I'm scared of how much I might end up hating Apollo Justice.
I'm scared of doing a 180 on Apollo Justice, and I won't say which direction to which direction.
I'm fascinated to know what you're gonna be saying for Apollo Justice. But yeah, I'm just like, this game felt initially like such a step up from the original Ace Attorney formula that now the fact that I'm feeling the way I'm feeling about these games and then I'm having to go back into that original Ace Attorney formula, I don't know what that's gonna do to me. We will see.
We will see.
And on that
We will
excited, hopeful note.
It's okay. We've got one more episode of this for it to all turn around, and then we get to chill out and enjoy a musical.
It's true.
Oh.
What if I was sitting here and I was thinking, they don't know how well women are written in the last half of this case?
Be really funny.
That'd be really funny. We'll find out.
We'll find out. Drive safe, everybody.
Drive safe.
Drive safe.
Drive safe.